Mike.
It's kind of important. Forgiveness and change. If we're talking about
I'm working on the mic. I'm getting the mic ready.
Did you see the video of on October 7th? A black boy. Hold on.
Ma'am, you bringing race into this.
I'm
I
not
don't care
because
if the boy is black.
Because I tell you, it's not about that.
Y'all racist even
okay,
Ukrainians.
Go please talk to them then. I don't want to even discuss it.
You the one that said that brought up the race.
Shush. I don't want to even discuss it now. Okay, please.
I don't know why.
Hold on, yeah. I'm trying to switch the mic. The dynamic is different, bro. I got you. 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Because this side loves the U.S. That side hates it.
How y'all
Mike-
love the
That's
US
Mike-
when y'all are-
Stop it. Stop
No,
it.
no, no, no. Ma'am, y'all don't even understand that a lot of countries
Mike-
don't like us because we support this war.
Mic check. Let me know.
It's not.
Let me know, y'all. Let me know. Should be good. Looks good.
A lot of countries don't like us and are actively protesting.
Let me know. Check. Give me a 1 if the audio is good, y'all. Give me a 1 if the audio is good.
Because those people
Give me a 1 in the chat. All right, we're about to get active.
Let me tell you.
in Israel, who would you be
Don't tell me
protesting
about
against?
some.
In Israel,
All right, perfect. We about to.
if you were in
Mic check.
Israel,
Give me a mic check. Mic check. 1 for the mic check. Good, Mike. 1 for the mic check. Good. All right, my people. Let me go. Let me put my stuff away. You're gonna probably see the camera go down for a little bit. I'm gonna put my stuff away, and then we're gonna get active so y'all can see how it is. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, bro, you gotta tilt to that side so you can see, so you can experience, bro. Experience the difference, how it is really to be in both sides. You have to, bro.
He doesn't want to because he's scared to go to that side.
I'm what?
You're scared to
look
go
at
to
my
that
skin.
side. It doesn't
my
matter.
skin.
It has nothing to do. You live in the U.S.
We back.
But y'all the one that got cops in front of y'all synagogue. Me.
All right.
I got cops in front of y'all synagogue.
Let me give you a little tour how it's looking, y'all. All right, so this is the Israel side. This is out in Israel.
Israel, I'm Israel Chai. Bring them home.
This is out in Israel. This is the people's over here. Israel side.
That's why Gaza's burned to the ground.
Genocide involves intent. There's no intent. You're walking here to get a rise.
It looks good. It looks good.
Yeah,
Please go to the other side.
What we got going on, guys? We're gonna be walking around in the other side pretty soon.
And humans are terrible at history.
Civil conversation going on right here. I love those. We love those.
Record that. There's a lot of good arguments. I want to go and do it for you if you want.
I'm a model, baby. Let's go.
Just gonna give you a sneak peek of this side. Now we're gonna go to the other side, y'all. Are ready? Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Guys, back off, please. Come on, let's do it. We're not doing this propaganda shit. You want the truth? We'll give you the truth.
Damn, bro, there's like 30 cameras.
Try to have a conversation. I can have a conversation. Come on, let's go.
This guy's a bloody cocksucker. Right? What happened to fuck you last night? Go suck Danielle's dick. You Pakistan or missionary. You turn away. Fuck England and Islam will take over England. We're gonna take over England. Fuck the British. Fuck them. Your country will become an Islamic country soon. We're coming for you. You took our country, we're gonna take your country, bitch ass.
I'm gonna make my point. Do you fucking trust me or what?
Do your job, twat.
Sorry.
At the same time, looking at the same thing for October 7th, he's saying Hannibal Joseph. I was like, what about that video of the young Israeli girl being smashed on the back of the truck? I was like, do you condemn that? And he's like, no.
But what about Hendrik's job, who got 327 bullets in the car?
Yeah, look,
I'm familiar about that
I am,
too.
yeah.
All right.
But the little girl. The little girl.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
7-year-old girl.
No, it's fine. Look, I condemn killing on all sides, but my point is it's hypocritical if you condemn what Israel is doing and then can't condemn what happened on October 7th as well. That's my only point.
So here's the thing, right? You can look at it at October 7th as a tragedy, right? But you also can look at it as a retaliation to all the things that's been happening in the past 77 years. There's this thing that the Israelis call Independence Day. We call it the Nakba. The Nakba is called a catastrophe where they killed over 20,000 Palestinians and displaced 750,000. My great-grandfather was one of those people who was murdered, who was a Palestinian Christian. So this goes to tell you it's not a Muslim-Christian thing. They've been occupying us for 77 years. They've been making us live in inhumane conditions, and they also have this group called the Hilltop Youth that is made to camp on the hilltops of Palestinian land, which is considered Palestinian land by the United Nations.
Yeah, the West Bank.
The West Bank, correct, all right? And they basically go over there to harass the Palestinians into selling their land, so this way they say that we bought it.
Yeah.
And
I've
they
seen the
just-
documentaries, yeah,
yes,
Louis Theroux did a good
yes.
documentary.
So that's
But
what's happened.
My only point is, from a human perspective, it like for a lot of people, not me necessarily, but for a lot of people, that your argument loses weight when they can't condemn some of the scenes from October the 7th.
So
Like,
look,
they
if you
call
want to
it
condemn,
valid resistance. You're kind of justifying murder.
No, I agree. I condemn the death of all innocent people.
Yeah.
But now let's talk to statistics, right?
Yeah, it's more.
How many percent of civilians in Israel are in the IDF?
Well, I think all of them.
All right, over
they're
that. But
prescribed
I'm going
that.
to tell you the exact number. It's 90%, right? How many percent of civilians is with the resistance? Hamas. Are you paying attention to me or no?
I am. My boss is just asking if I'm okay.
Nah, I know, but are you recording or is this going to be bullshit?
Recording that, where is it?
All right, just want to make sure. I don't
Yeah.
want to waste my breath.
Dude,
All right.
I'm here without security, so my boss is
No,
asking
no,
if I'm
Palestinian
okay.
man some respect, sir.
I looked it up.
Just let me talk, please. All right, I'm going to make sure.
Yo,
I'm
he's
good.
a right-wing
Talk.
political-
I know he is.
He's
Let me
doing
talk.
his job, bro.
Listen, let me do my job,
He's a
okay?
dirty Brit.
Let me do my job. Stop.
Yeah, you're
all
a dirty
right,
Brit. Mushy peas.
I love
brother.
you.
Please,
I love
please,
you, man.
please. Thank you. All right.
I love you. I'm not full of hate like
All
you.
right.
I love everybody.
He's not full of hate. He's full of anger.
But
There's
he's
a
calling,
difference.
he's calling me a dirty Brit.
Who sold out the Palestinians? It was the Brits
Well,
and the French.
Dude,
We
I
went
wasn't
12,000
even alive
No,
in 19...
I agree. That's
okay.
why I pulled you to the side to talk to you, right? I want to give you a different perspective. That's what I'm trying to do. This is the whole point. How we gonna end this bullshit? Conversation.
Yeah,
Correct?
yeah, exactly.
This is what I'm here for. This is why I pulled you away.
That's
from
why I'm
this.
here.
All right.
I got
So-
shouts to that and chased
all right,
away.
but now you're with me,
Yeah.
okay? So now let's get back to the point.
Yeah.
Over 90% of Israelis are in the IDF. Less than 5% of Palestinians are with the resistance, which I call terrorists, right? So you're telling me that 10% of Israeli civilians is more important than 95% civilians of Gaza?
No, everybody agrees. I think even Trump has agreed that the response in Gaza has been over the top. I mean, that's why he's pushing for the peace deal. I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah, but also we gotta release Marwan Barghouti. Marwan Barghouti is the key to peace because Marwan Barghouti got the ears of Hamas and the PLO, and he can unite them. We want sovereignty. We want a state where we control our own borders, our own independence.
Yeah.
Did you know that collecting rainwater, is illegal in the West Bank?
I'd heard of it, yeah. I'd heard of it. I've seen the fish.
So when you're stripped of basic human needs, how do you react? When people are treated like animals,
Yeah.
they tend to have animalistic behavior.
I hear you.
What happens when somebody goes to jail for 5 to 10 years? They come out
Can I ask you one
institutionalized.
Can I ask you one final question? If this peace deal is agreed by Trump and Netanyahu and Hamas and it all goes forward, is this kind of thing necessary anymore?
Yeah,
Would you come down against it?
It depends on the context of the deal. Are we going to have?
I mean, if Hamas accepted it.
Yeah, no, but we also need a recognition of a Palestinian state.
Well, the UK recognises Palestine.
All right.
Israel needs to get the hell out.
All right. UK recognize. America needs to recognize Palestine.
Yeah.
Our fight. Where are we right now? Where are we right now?
New York.
No, but what country?
America.
All right. So we're fighting for America to recognize Palestine. We're not in Britain protesting. If you want to ask the British, the protesters, you can go over there and ask. We're in New York.
I'm here. I live here now. I've been here 5 weeks.
Yeah, no, I get it. All right, thank you.
Appreciate
All right,
it.
just please don't spin the narrative. I'll give
Hey,
you.
you're live. I can't spin what you're
All
saying.
right, no doubt, guys. Free Palestine, free Palestine.
Free Palestine, America first, not Israel first. Down with the IDF. Down with the Israeli control of all nations.
Habibi, everything you're saying is right, but you gotta understand.
This guy was being a twat. Wallahi, these
Wallah,
British
wallah.
people, they're
Let
twats,
me
bro.
talk. Can I talk?
Yes,
gonna
you
let me
can talk. I apologize, bro.
Everything you're saying is right, but it's how you say it. What's the difference between us and them? Bro, but look,
tried.
when you talk to Zionists, what do? They talk with a soft tone. That's why people listen.
Okay.
Look, even if they're enemy, you can learn from your enemy, bro.
Okay.
Talk with a soft tone.
Okay.
Educate.
Okay.
That's what we gotta do, Habibi. That's how we're gonna end this.
Thank you. You did a good job, by the way. Did a good job.
Bro, we understand your anger
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
bro. It's
yeah.
understandable. Trust
I want to be clear. Until Israel withdraws to 1967 borders, this war will not end. Why did this war start? Because Israel's occupying our land, they're taking our resources, and the world is standing by watching. If you are Palestinian, what would you do? The British twat didn't ask that question. If you are Palestinian, would you sit your ass down and get diddled? No! We're gonna diddle the enemy! We do the diddling! We do the diddling! We refuse to get diddled. Fuck Israel, fuck the Israeli army, and we're gonna get a two-state solution and peace. We either get peace or we break Israel into pieces, and at the end, we'll kick them back to where they came from, Europe and England. We're gonna make a Jewish state in England. We're gonna call it Israelstan. Put
They
them in
already
the
have one in
UK.
Russia. They already have one in Russia. Yo, for everybody who says it's not a Jewish state, There's one in Russia.
Between Russia and China.
Yeah, there's one in Russia already. So for people saying there's not a Jewish state, that's complete BS.
And Brooklyn.
Oh yeah. Also, that Jewish state in Russia is 4 times the size of Israel. So I don't want to hear that BS, guys.
And also, God bless America. America first. We're gonna keep fighting. America first means above Israel. So release the Epstein files. We know he's an Israeli agent. Let's put all the Israelis back where they came from and get all those pedophiles that are in Israel and get them into prisons ASAP. And let Diddy diddle them.
Bro, Israel goes against the Torah. Everything that Israel stands for, brother, everything
giving you
Israel
good content
stands for
today.
goes against the
He's gonna
Torah.
say that shit. I just gave your man another 1 million views. PNN, man. Follow PNN NYC.
Some of you guys might have seen this guy. He's a legend in the playback room.
legend.
The same way with this guy right here.
No,
He's
no,
a
no.
legend in the playback
I'm
room.
gonna correct you. The legends are the 16 and 17-year-olds that's fighting against the occupation back home. Those are the real legends. What we're doing is nothing compared to what they're going through. All right? So if you want to talk about the legends, talk about the resistance.
Let me ask you a question, bro. What you think about the Christians getting slaughtered in Nigeria?
I don't know anything about that. My family's Christians, so anytime somebody kills any people for their religion, I'm against. And if it is a Muslim country, that's not the Muslim religion. Same way Jewish people are killing in the Jewish name is not Judaism. You have some extremists that uses the religion to justify horrific crimes. That is not the Muslim religion.
God bless you all.
That's it.
Thank you, my brother.
Yo, you missed it, man. I just cursed out somebody. He told me to get the fuck out of the country. I told him, bro, we're in New York. If you don't keep your shit together, I'm gonna come to your house, fuck your mom, fuck your sister, and put you in bedtime at 8 o'clock.
Hey, yo, Nas, relax.
You complete that.
So you already know, guys. This is what we got going on. This is what we got going on. This is this side. We'll walk around so you guys can see what's going on. We got the good people over here on this side. But I know what you guys want to see, so let's go right back to that side. Sorry. Igor. What's up, my brother? Yeah, you know, I try to be like you. Yo, look at this guy's setup, yo. Yo, Chad, look at this guy's setup, man. This guy's setup is elite. Look at it.
Mine better than yours because look.
Hey, I like yours better than mine, too.
You're from PNN?
It's easier to take off if you need it quickly.
Yeah. Look at this guy. Elite build, bro. Elite. And it's lightweight. Look at that. Yo, I'm telling you.
Do me a favor. Can you go ask the Israelis, America first or Israel first? Who are they loyal to? We want to know. This is the $1 million question. And Epstein, is he a Mossad agent or what? Do they have shit on Trump, on Biden, on everybody? Because Israel always gets away with shit. They take our money, they take our troops, our blood, and we get nothing in return for that shit. At least us Arabs give America oil. What does Israel give us besides a headache? Besides a headache and freaking putting pedophiles in power and then blackmailing them for their interest. God bless America, man.
All right, guys. Let's go again and get the other side's perspective. Gotta make sure that you keep both sides.
Yo, come on this side, pussy! What's up, man? How you been?
What brings you out here today, my brother?
You know, it's October 7th. Like, we have a deal now, and these motherfuckers just want to drag the war. It's like, come on, pick a struggle. You want the genocide to stop? You want the war to stop? Take the deal, you know? Shit, that's pretty much why I'm here. To know to, you know, take the...
So are you content with the new deal?
Yes, hell, you know, it's a peace deal, right? They should be thanking us, you know, like, for this dumb crap, you know? So, hey, you know. Yeah, you know, just watching this guy. He's really trying hard to come back here. All right, suck your mother. You were talking to the cops, though. You're the one talking to the cops.
What brings you out here today, my brother?
Brings me out here is I'm out here standing on principles of peace and equity, unlike these people over here who are very sick and bigoted. Because you can't take politics and hide it behind religion and then tell me that I'm anti-Semitic when I disagree with your political belief. Straight like that. That's all I got to say about it.
What you think about the new peace plan?
There's no such thing as a new peace plan when it only protects and indemnifies one population of people. Meanwhile, it demonizes the other. You understand what I'm saying? That's not peace. It's not peace when you have multiple foreign dignitaries walk out of the UN when Benjamin Netanyahu has a speech because they disagree with the bigoted stances that he has. You understand what I'm saying? It's not peace.
So you want to see a two-state solution? That's what you want to see?
I didn't say I want to see a two-state solution.
Correct me there, my brother.
I said I want to see a solution that works for everybody, because there's, you know, just like that, just as there are equal, ample Israeli people, quote unquote, you know, because that's what they call themselves. They call themselves Israeli, and then they take offense to when you ask them, do they represent the whole Jewish population? They take offense from that. You understand what I'm saying? So that population of people that indemnifies themselves from the whole Jewish population is not a real Jew. So the reason, like I said, why I'm here is to, basically stand on principles of equity, and right is right, wrong is wrong. When war crimes are being committed and people are dying, and nothing is being said to reprimand that, and the only thing that's being brought up is, extremism, but extremism comes from both sides and it's not being pointed at on one side, then we got a problem. The same thing that Israel is doing in the Middle East is the same thing that white supremacists do in the United States of America. When they try to take away our rights as black and brown people, meaning African Americans, Latinos, Chinese, Indian, all across the minority board. You understand what I'm saying? So now the same way that these people in Israel are, carrying out, this mass genocide and slaughter, and continuing to oppress these people's rights for the last 400, 500, thousands of years, because this goes back to biblical times, is the same way that white supremacists in America have done to African Americans and Latinos here.
Thank you so much for your words, my brother. You have a good rally, okay? How you doing, my brother? What brings you out here today?
To protest a little bit. My friends invited me, so, we're just here, And then, honestly, I didn't know they're on this side, but, I came here, rage bait a little bit. Hey, man, for God's chosen people, they look pretty fucking inbred, Maybe we start, for the amount of money you send into Israel, they start fucking buying gym memberships. Look at them. Look at them. Yo, look how fat they are. Look at this. Look at this. Pure American muscle right here. Pure American muscle. Hell yeah.
So you America first?
America first, but I also don't like Israel. It's a mix of that. I believe that Israel is a cancer of the United States.
How many rak'ahs are in Maglubin?
Huh?
How many rak'ahs are in Maglubin?
What?
Rak'ahs, prayer?
No, I'm not Muslim.
Oh, I thought you said American Muslim.
No. I'm actually Shinto. I'm half Japanese. I'm Shinto.
How you doing, my brother? What brings you out here today?
What's Maxda? Say what's Maxda. Say to him, what's Maxda? No, they don't talk to women. Oh no, because it's a holiday.
How you doing? Okay, guys. We're getting started off. About to get active. It's about to get active. So the pro-Palestine protesters are now marching in the streets. How you doing, my brother? What brings you out here today?
What brings me out here? To stand up for our people who are getting killed in Gaza and Palestine and Jenin. Overall, we want to speak on humanity.
You think that the new peace plan is fair?
The new peace plan is fair as long as it stays permanent. But we both know the reason why we're protesting is because of the fact that the IDF doesn't always stick to their plans.
Do you see a path for a two-state solution?
To be honest, we tried offering a two-state solution. It never worked out well. If we actually wanted a two-state solution, then we would have wanted to do it with America. That's one thing, or Germany. But of course, if we did Germany, the Germans wouldn't accept them at all because they had a Holocaust. That's why I'm suggesting America, since they fought for them. But the whole part of Israel, the whole state of Israel, was an investment made by America to take over the Middle East. They know that colonialism is getting too real, so they want to spread it among the Middle East too. They did it once to Native America, and now they're doing it to the Middle East too. Why else do you think they're trying to make a greater Israel, which is in the center of the Middle East?
Yes, it is like. Thank you, my brother. One last thing. What's your message to New Yorkers today?
What's my message to New Yorkers? You don't gotta be Dominican, you don't gotta be Arab, you don't gotta be Hispanic, you don't gotta be anything. You can always support humanity.
What do you guys believe in?
Huh?
Thank you, my brother.
What do you guys believe in?
We believe in peace. We believe in not killing babies. Hello? We don't believe in killing anyone.
Thank you, brother. All right, guys. Sorry, bro. Okay, we have some civil conversation. You know we love those.
By any means
Why
necessary.
is this here? This is okay. Why is this here?
What this means is the same as
Oh,
something that we were
this is okay. This is not okay.
I'll tell you what this means. I'm just saying it's not productive. Like, and I
La misma vaina que esta gente que se llaman judíos, que no son la población verdadera de judíos, son una población de gente que se establecieron en la región en el año 1946 con un encuentro político y lo escondieron detrás de la religión. Y eso es lo mismo que ellos están haciendo aquí en los Estados Unidos. Cuando los gringos aquí en los Estados Unidos vienen y nos humillan a nosotros los latinos, los afroamericanos, y nos quitan nuestros derechos o nos violan nuestros derechos civiles. Es lo mismo, es lo mismo. Tal como ellos hablan mal de nuestras comunidades y después lo esconden detrás de Dios, detrás del cristianismo, es como esta población de gente está haciendo también. Que dicen que son cristianos y que Dios les informa que ellos pueden coger lo que les da la gana. Papá Dios no le enseña a nadie que lo que tú encuentras es tuyo. Lo que uno encuentra, eso no necesariamente dice que es de ellos. ¿Tú me entiendes?
Gracias, mi hermanito. Gracias, ya tú sabes. bien.
Oh shit, man. Anthony. Yes, you do. You are supporting murder.
What does your sign say? By any means.
You are supporting
My
murder.
grandfather was in World War II. He fought for your liberation if you're a Jew.
why does your sign say by any means?
Because during World War II, that's what our country, that's what the U.S. did. We wanted the end of the genocide of Jews by any means necessary. That's all that means.
This is what
no,
you
that's
support.
what that means.
This is what you support.
No,
Look at
that's,
it.
That's not
That's
what
what you
I
support.
That's not what I
That's
support.
exactly what you support.
That's what I'm against.
When you
That's
go
what I'm
say
against.
Antifada, this is what you
No,
support.
I don't support that to happen
see?
anywhere.
Look,
I don't support
this is
that.
what you're supporting.
I don't support that
This is
happening
what you
anywhere.
support.
I
So
don't
what is
support
Israel
that
doing
happening
with
anywhere.
20,000 babies?
Is there anything that you condemn Hamas or Palestine?
I don't. I wanted to say that my
Israel's not indiscriminately targeting
I wanted to say that my grandfather fought in World War II. He was awarded a Purple Heart because he was almost killed. Okay, he shed blood in that war. I don't understand how Zionist Jews could come out and do the same and conduct a genocide when they had already experienced that. I don't understand that. It's beyond me.
Thank you so much, man. You have a good day.
People, you kidnap. No, not you. They did.
Yeah, your fucking ancestors.
But
You
you-
fucking
I'm not
from
Palestinian,
Where you from?
I'm Jewish, bro.
You're Jewish and you fucking hang out with these people?
Yeah, and so did my
You're a
grandmother.
fucking
You
traitor.
know what? My
They're
grandmother
Jews.
survived the Holocaust,
And you-
and she
and you
fucking is
wanna
on
know
my
how
side.
Holocaust-
And
And
she's
you're
on my
fucking-
side.
Jewish on Jewish love.
You're supporting this. This is what you're supporting?
I don't.
She does
This
too.
could be your
Not
family.
this. Not this.
This could be
know
your
a
family.
Holocaust.
That's
Do you know
Palestinian
what they do
family.
to you?
That's
know a
Do
Palestinian
you know when they scream, they want to kill all the Yahuds? Do you know what they scream?
Yeah, do you
you
know what Israelis
are
scream?
your hood.
Do you know what
You
Israelis
are
scream?
the
They want to
Yahud.
kill all the
You're
Palestinians, all the
Jews.
Palestinians.
We don't want to kill all
They
of
will
them.
spare you.
What
They
did Ben
They will
Netanyahu
not
say?
spare
What did
you.
Netanyahu say?
Say you're Jewish all you want. They will not spare
Netanyahu wanted to
you.
kill all the Palestinians. They would have been dead
They
on
want the
October 8th.
annihilation of every. What do you think the
If
river
they
to the
wanted-
sea
if they
means?
wanted to kill the
What do you
Palestinians,
think?
They would have been
What
dead
do
on
you think
October
the
8th.
river to the sea means? They want
You
to
wonder who
annihilate
invented from
all
the
of
river to
us.
the sea? The
Yes.
Zionists invented from the river
Yes,
to the
yes,
sea.
yes. The Zionists, the Jews, the Israelis.
I'm a
you
proud
got everything,
Zionist.
but everybody
Because
thinks I'm
You can't say from the river to the
care
sea.
about-
Israel
I
invented
have-
that. Israel invented that
Israel-
slogan.
Help us understand what is a Zionist.
A Zionist is someone who believes in the Zionist occupation of the Palestinian land.
When was
Do you agree with that definition?
Development is no, I disagree. Zionist means the development of the Israeli state.
and the preservation of the Jewish people and for peace within our people. He's using modern day inversion.
Put in the chat what you think a Zionist mean. Put in the chat what you think a Zionist mean. Don't hit Google. Don't cheat.
Snitch! This is stolen native land. This is what they want.
They actually advocate for like the same shit that they say. Because that's what the Palestinians say. They the natives.
That's why you got to be out here.
Actually, that's what they say about America as well.
Well, both Jews and Arabs were in the land together.
Correct, and Christians.
And Christians as well, too.
But nobody wants to talk about that.
Palestine was our identity. Ask GPT, and you'll educate yourself on the fact that Golda Meir, she has a Palestinian passport, and it said Palestine. That was her identity.
Where's Netanyahu from?
Doesn't matter.
Poland?
No,
Poland? Ukrainian?
Yeah.
That's not Israel, right? Ben Gavir. Ben Gavir. Ben Gavir. Ben Gavir.
You know Jews are all over the world,
That's why I
right?
don't want the right to return, because the Palestinians would actually return to the land.
Anti-Semitism.
We've had a return. October 7 was a return.
And that's
October 7 was a return. One day.
The military defeat.
One day.
Yo, I find y'all very weak to sit up here and keep talking about Hamas, but y'all want to ignore Iran. That's all. Y'all ignore Iran.
We?
Iranian people want.
They want what?
They want their people free.
Sorry, that was a mistake.
Can you admit that when Hamas did this, they knew exactly what the repercussions would be? They hide behind their people. They let their people be killed.
IDF wear masks.
Do you see any of us wearing masks right now? You're all.
I say the IDF who killed the Palestinian people are wearing masks. They don't show their face. When they come to America, they don't claim to be IDF. Why? Because they don't. There's a problem. I'm being honest with you. They wear masks. Don't you know?
Yeah.
Because when you see them, you get happy. When you see them celebrate.
Do you love this country? Do you love this country? No, we're talking about U.S. Do you love the U.S.? Do you love this country?
What's your point?
The point is, you're in this country. Do you love it? Because you can't say that you love it.
You love yourself.
I love myself and I love this country.
My brother, what do you say to the people that say that Hamas is a terrorist organization?
Terrorism. The brain. My fault.
Come over here.
What do you say with it? Let me ask you that first. Let me you answer. Come on.
So my thing is, so I stay neutral, right? Because there's things on both sides that I don't agree with. Like for example, I don't agree with the.
How do you feel about
Let me answer.
children dying?
I'm about to run it up to that.
Let's walk over here.
Yeah. Come over here.
Bye. What's your name, by the way?
Jay from the playback room, my brother. Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you.
So this is why I stay neutral, right? Because I don't support, I condemn innocent children, innocent people, innocent women dying. I don't agree with that. The same way, I also don't agree with October 7th and Hamas.
Why do you think? I'm gonna flip the interview a little.
No, you gotta educate me, because that's what I'm here for.
Yeah,
So
of course.
you know what I'm saying?
Why does America fund Israel billions of dollars? Tell me, why? You know what?
So what I would say to that is, what you mean? America's funding who?
Why do our tax dollars go to Israel and they give us no benefit?
Oh, I don't agree with that.
Why?
I don't agree with my tax dollars going out, to foreign countries.
Oh, you don't agree with that?
No, I don't. That's why I say it's not a black and white thing, because we can point out the things that Israel's doing that I don't agree. The same way we can point out things that Palestine's doing that I don't agree. It's not black and white, bro.
Let me put it in perspective like this. Say you was living in a neighborhood, right? You and your family, and you openly welcome a group of people to come live with you. Okay, because, people are living there prior. People came on ships and, pretty much took over the land in good ways or bad ways. Who knows? I wasn't born then, but you know what it was.
But then what do you say to the people that say that both Arabs and Jews were already living in the land?
Both Arabs and Jews? I mean, they were living in the land peacefully until things became unpeaceful. You know what I'm saying? And things became unpeaceful. And there's certain,
Who do you think that caused that disruption?
The people, we already know who caused that. People were living there peacefully at one point, and all of a sudden, groups of ships are coming on with people on the ships, and stuff happens, and then all of a sudden, you see the land slowly decreasing to a point where one party's in position, one party's in power. You see the people who don't have food, who don't have hospitals, who don't have aid, and you see the people who can also provide that, and who does. Everything's so logical. You don't have to be a smart man to, fucking understand the situation. You don't gotta be a Muslim. You don't gotta be a Jew. You don't gotta be a black. You don't gotta be a white. You just gotta be fucking human. Yeah.
Thank you, my brother. Have a good day. All right, my brother. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, no, of course.
I'm an Arab Christian, so I'm very interested in the Islamic Palestinian side of things.
What channel is it?
No, it's just my own personal Instagram. Yeah, YouTube. I'm a Christian Coptic, Andrew Sedra. Sorry?
What's the name of it?
Andrew Sedra. I'm from Egypt.
What's the YouTube name?
Yeah, Andrew. Sorry? No, I'm just asking. I'm trying to understand the other side or challenge. Perfect, thank you. Do you know what you believe in or you don't? Really, like genuinely? So awesome. So Muslim, Egyptian, Coptic. So we were the people that were killed by Islam when it took over in 636 AD. Yeah. So my question is to you: don't you think?
Have some manners. No, I know what you're trying to do. Have some manners.
No, but isn't that what happened? Do you believe that's what happened or no? What happened? Yeah, I know, but my question is to you. How can Christians support Palestine? Oh, really? Then you're not really Muslim. Because they speak Arabic and...
They're not indigenous or not?
So what do you reckon should happen in Egypt? What do you reckon should happen in Egypt?
People that's watching, they're asking the same thing.
It's because they did that to us. So I'm like, dude, you're projecting what you did to
So just Masha wants to know. Let them know. You said that you're an Egyptian Muslim.
I am an Egyptian Christian. We were the original Coptics in 300. We were the original Coptics in 300 AD when Islam took over by force by Ibn al-As. They ended up killing, butchering, raping the Christian men, women, and children until right now Egypt went from 90% Christian to 10% Christian and 90% Muslim. So there was and there is a literal genocide of Christians across the Islamic world. Every single day in Nigeria, 30 Christians are killed by Muslims. Just last year, just this year, at least 3,000 Christians were killed. In the last 20 years, at least 50,000 Nigerian black Christians were killed. Black Lives Matter. They were killed by Islamist Muslims, and we need to have a conversation about that because there is a bigger genocide against the Christians.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Have a good day.
What channel do you run?
Playback Room TV.
Oh, you want to collab?
Yeah.
How many followers do you have? Or how big is your page? We can collaborate.
Check it out.
Yeah, where are you?
Instagram, Playback Room TV. One second, guys. We're gonna get moving. Playback Room. Gotta make sure. There you go. Follow me. And then also
collaborate, brother.
I got
collaborate
you.
on the page.
Got you.
That's me. I'm gonna be a follower, so
Perfect.
collaborate on all the content.
I got you, my brother. Anything that you see, I'll send you that invitation so you can accept it. All right? Yes, sir. Playback Room TV on IG.
I like the way you do interviews.
Thank you. We're gonna get moving in a second, guys. There you go, that gentleman right there. You're gonna see everybody there, okay?
You get good stuff today?
Huh?
You get good stuff
Oh
today?
yeah. We active. All right.
It's about Jews or Zionists.
So, why do you support Palestine?
I support Palestine.
What do you support?
I support Palestine.
What do you support?
America.
Oh, awesome. So, what does that mean?
That means that flag should not be displayed. Sorry, bro.
How you doing, my brother? How you feeling today? What brings you out here?
Me? Because, yeah, it's just so sad. 2 years after the massacres, the people are here to protest and to celebrate. Yeah, it's not all right.
What you think about the new peace plan?
I think it's good, but yeah, you cannot negotiate with terrorists.
So you say one of the disagreements between the both parties is Hamas. One party says Hamas is a terrorist group. The other party says Hamas is a resistance group. What would you say?
It's a terrorist group. Like, what kind of resistance kidnap people? That's terrorists, pure terrorists.
Thank you, my brother. You have a good day. We got another legend. You might have seen this legend in the playback room.
Pakistan, India in this bitch. Hanji Paji. What up? What up?
What up, baby?
What do you got for me? What do you got for me?
Hey, no, you're already cooking enough, bro. Whatever you want to say, man.
Whatever. The nexus of Islamism and communism, it's a thing, right? And like we just want dialogue. This is the side that likes to talk. You know, we New Yorkers, we yapping out here. You dig? Rest in peace, DMX, big dog. Arr, arr.
You already know, guys, we're going to be moving and talking to the people. If there's a particular conversation that y'all hear that I want me to stop by and listen to, put it in the chat and let me know.
It's going to be violence against you. Okay, good luck. Good luck. You're going to find out.
What was her name?
Globalized Intifada.
How you feel about globalized intifada?
I asked him about globalized intifada, and he said that it's the intifada means an uprising against colonization. That's what this Jew just told me. Despite 2 intifadas, he told me what an intifada is. And he's a Jew.
Thank you, my brother.
What?
Hi, can I ask you, what does it feel like 2 years since October 7th? I know you're out today.
Huh?
I know you're out today. Tell me why you're protesting.
Hey, you know what I noticed, chat? Let me step away real quick because I don't want nobody to hear me. Let me step away real quick. You know what I noticed, chat? There's a lot of journalists here. There's a lot of networks here. Can you tell me, can you believe that these motherfuckers be stealing my questions, chat? Chat. These motherfuckers cannot wait for me to come over here and start asking questions so they can piggyback the shit that I'm saying and they can start stealing my questions, chat. They be stealing my questions, bro. Real journalists be out here stealing my questions, bro. That's crazy. I be in my crib, put it in the work on ChatGPT. Yo, ChatGPT, what can I do? Nah, I'm bullshit. And for these motherfuckers to come in and take my question, yo. Anyways, let's go back to it. I just needed a rant with my people.
I don't know his name by heart. I can tell you his name.
How you doing, my brother? I just go around and I capture cordial conversation. Those are my favorites.
Wait, but wait, I got a question. What side are you on?
I'm neutral.
Neutral?
Yes, sir.
So, do you support Palestine?
Like I said, I'm neutral.
Do you support Palestine?
I support Palestine, rights to protest.
Do you want them to be free?
No, I don't want nobody to be, I don't want no innocent kids. I don't want no innocent children to be dying. The reason why I'm telling you it's neutral is because I can point to you to one thing that Palestine or Hamas did that I don't agree with, the same way that I can point to one thing that Israel and the Jews did that I don't agree with. So that's why I stay neutral.
Okay, I respect that. I respect that.
Thank you, my brother.
I want to know when the first prime minister was declared for Palestine.
After the fall of the Ottoman Empire. After the fall of the Ottoman Empire. I just told you, after the fall of the Ottoman Empire. I can give you his name.
Okay, give me his name.
Okay, I'm going to give you his name.
Yeah, we want to know the name of the
After you give his name,
No,
I wanna
stop. Let him get his name. I want first the name of the first prime minister of the Arab country called Palestine.
Chat, if you know it, put it in the chat.
Oh, it's live? So you said you don't think Hitler was a bad guy?
He doesn't think Hitler was a bad guy.
This is how you guys don't believe George Washington was a bad guy.
Stop.
This is how you guys don't believe George Washington was a bad guy.
Don't let him get off course. Don't get him off course. I want to know when the first prime minister of Arabic Palestine was declared.
Hajj Amin al Hussein.
Yeah, he
Yes,
wasn't a prime minister.
1936.
He was the
1930.
mufti. He wasn't a prime minister.
He was a leader. He was a leader.
A leader, not a prime minister.
The guy that was
Yasser
allied with
Arafat was also a leader, but not a prime minister.
That was the one that was allied with
Could you let him finish? I want to ask him. Come on, tell me when was Palestine the prime minister? So we just declared that there were absolutely no prime ministers of Palestine.
No, we
right?
didn't. I just told you who the leader was.
Leader, not the and I asked you who the prime minister was. Yasser Arafat was also a leader, but he wasn't a prime minister. So now let's go this. When was Palestine declared an Arabic state of the Palestinians that we're speaking today about?
Even during the time of the Greeks, Palestine existed. They used the word. They used the word Palestine in their language.
They used the word Philistine, and Philistine was
yes.
right. Philistine was a Greek nation, not an Arabic nation. So you just got yourself weirded out. Yeah, Philistine. What?
Philistine, Palestine, same. It's the same term, brother.
I mean, Palestine was a...
Even if they were Greek, the term was being used way before the Jews ever came back.
So now let's go back. Let's.
First, they came back to
No,
something, right?
Didn't the Byzantine Empire kick you guys out because you guys were wilding? And then after that, the Romans kicked you guys out because you guys were being disrespectful to your own priests?
Wait, so what you did is you actually just proved that we were kicked out of our country, right? So now that we took back our country,
because you caused wait,
whatever we caused,
Allah, the God of the world, said that you guys caused corruption, so He gave you guys a punishment.
You know that Allah's a Zionist?
He's not.
He is. You guys lost every single war that you started with Israel. So Allah doesn't look after you, He looks after us.
Wait, so I got a question. Do you believe in Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam?
I don't believe in Prophet Muhammad at all. Do you believe in Prophet Muhammad?
You don't believe in him, right?
Do you believe that Allah was a good God?
I believe Allah is the only God. He's looking at you right now.
No, but do you believe that
He's
he was
looking
a
at
good
you
God?
talking.
Do you believe he was a good God?
Jehovah loves us all.
Guys,
You said what?
Jehovah loves us all.
If you disbelieve and Allah has
Jehovah.
Who's Jehovah?
People do that shit, bro.
All right, guys. Let's move on to the next conversation.
So, something like that. And I picked up a guy from the airport.
And they so preoccupied by it.
Where do you get your? So how do you know the location of the uranium?
Jehovah is
Stop for a minute. Do you believe that Allah is a good or a bad God?
Allah is the one and only. He has no partners, no associates.
Do you believe Muhammad was a good guy?
Are there angels?
I believe Muhammad never committed a sin in his life, and he's the last messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So did Muhammad have a 9-year-old wife?
Why are you, first, if you want to bring that up, this is the last thing that I'm going to bring up, and I'm going to leave. Joseph married Mary at 13.
We're not, but Joseph wasn't Jewish, and Muhammad married a 9-year-old, and that's why you're leaving. Because every time you're going to come talk to me, I'm going to make sure that you understand that you're the bad people.
Thank you, my brother.
You said you don't
Gonna be walking around, chatting, see what's going on. Sorry. See if we find any other conversations. Look like this is the only popping side that we have right now.
We don't know what's that. And if you believe that they're building a nuclear bomb, then what would you do? You're gonna bomb them, right? Again?
Building a bomb, it's
You're
not
gonna
like
bomb
a
them,
Lego.
right?
So you take me. Building a bomb is not like a Lego where you just put the whole thing together in one shot.
Correct.
There are detonators, there are arming tool devices, there are a number of steps. So once you have 93% uranium enriched material,
How many do they have?
that does not, you can have 100 tons of it, doesn't make a difference. If you haven't perfected the technology of the detonators and the arming and the conversion tools, you're not going to be able to set off a bomb. You'll have a dirty bomb, which is just like going into a doctor's office and getting the little bit of uranium out of the x-ray machine. It is far more complicated than that.
Uranium is that.
Yes, they do. From
No,
the
we don't. That's why we want the IEA back inside
go on the
of
U.S.
Iran.
Go on the U.S. Air Force.
Diallo, I feel you on that one.
Their
That
satellite.
intel is bad.
No. The
Yes,
satellite.
it is bad.
There are detectors
Hold on. I
that
don't
satellites
understand.
can determine.
October 7th happened because of bad intel. Then y'all keep saying that the intel not bad. The two can't make
One thing has
sense.
to do with another. The
Because
technology.
I'm showing you an exact date when intel did not do what it was supposed to do. correct?
Hamas
On
20
October
years to
7th,
prepare for
sir.
this battle.
No, it's not the. It's the
Have
point.
you ever been in the
The
military?
intel.
Let's cut to the chase. Have you been in the military?
Yes, that's how I know the intel's bad.
Where did you serve? You didn't serve. It's a felony in the United States to
Felony-
claim you were in the army and you weren't.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
report
as
me.
an
Go ahead,
FYI.
report me. Go
That's
ahead and
not
report
what I'm here
me.
for. What I'm saying is,
I got the DD-214, baby. What do you want to do?
There are military capabilities that you are not aware of, that I am. So a person
you're not.
who doesn't know
Because
what
the intel is compromised.
the first hour here.
Didn't September 11th happen? September 11th, y'all will admit the intel was bad, right? You will admit intel was bad?
No.
The intel wasn't bad
No.
on September 11th?
I have family in intelligence. Do you know how many
Are you
warnings a Martian doesn't make a difference?
Yeah, I mean,
does
if
it
we're
make a difference?
compromised by a third-party government, yes, that would make a difference.
The point is,
Jewish would be what? Also, Israeli, correct?
You just said Jewish. You didn't say Israeli. You said Jewish.
Because if he's Jewish, where we have a connection to?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Because if the government is compromised, I shouldn't know. You said what?
No.
I said you spit on me again. I'm
Am
gonna
I
punch you in
doing
your
it
fucking mouth.
intentionally?
Talk to him. Talk to him. Don't talk to me. Talk to him.
Nobody's getting into fights here. Nobody's getting into fights. The army, they teach you how to de-escalate. I'm de-escalating. Take it easy.
I'm fine.
What I'm saying is, you cannot say for sure.
I can say with 100% because
You can't. I have
Yes,
family
Yes, I can. I can
domestic
tell you by the president.
intelligence.
I can tell you by the
Just
president.
listen
how
and let
they
me
serve
speak.
it. Okay.
If you're going to keep talking over me, then there's no point in having a conversation. I have family in intelligence. Messages and warnings like 9/11 come in several thousand per week. And the best that you can do is go through them and basically roll the dice and hope that the ones that you focus on are the right ones. Because go back to 1998, there was a movie with Steven Seagal about Muslim terrorists flying planes into buildings. It was not like a new concept. The federal government knew about it for years, if not decades.
So that will furthermore prove my point that our government is compromised.
They knew it was a possibility, but doesn't mean
like
you
a
know
possibility
exactly
that
when
a
or
synagogue
where
was gonna be-
or who.
A synagogue was going to be attacked today, right? The possibility?
Possibility.
And so you put resources there, right? So when you
But
get
you don't
intel
have
from a
unlimited
third party country, in this instance, it would be Egypt. They had intel. They told Israelis the intel, and October 7th still happened. The problem is, I agree with y'all motive if I agreed with y'all. The problem is, I'm up front. Yeah, we want the Palestinians off the land. I would say blatantly, yes, we want the greater Israel. Y'all hide behind covering shit and not honest about it. Y'all true intentions.
Me. I think they should all. I think they should all be transferred back to Syria, Iraq, and Egypt, where they came from.
Who should be transferred back?
The Gaza and West Bank Arabs.
Good luck with that. You're just gonna have more conflict. You're never gonna have a peaceful Middle East.
Armenia, India. You want me to name how many countries mass deported their Muslims and have peace right now? A lot.
You said mass
A lot.
deported?
Mass
Oh yes, like
Armenia
like
deported a million Muslims
like
in
Iran.
1991.
Iran did the same thing. That's a Muslim country. You agree? Iran is a Muslim country.
They are now.
And they mass deported Afghanistan, which
About 2 million refugees, sure. But that was not a religious. They were not deported because they were Muslim, they were deported because Iran is poor and can't support them.
Yes, but no. If we took that position pertaining to Jews, then y'all would either have to assimilate to being white and no longer follow your Jewish heritage, or y'all would get kicked out of the country.
I support Israel on political grounds, not religious. So that argument doesn't hold
Political
water
grounds
with me.
is all I talk about. I don't talk about anything religious. I don't know anything about Judaism. I talk solely.
But you said you had brought in the Jewish angle. That is, to me, I don't practice Judaism, so it doesn't make a difference.
That's my way of asking you. Are you one of those? So I can know, okay, how do I deal with this situation?
You should judge people based upon what they're saying and put them or label them in a box.
If I believe that the government is compromised, That
Compromise? What do
message
you
does
mean?
nothing for me
What do you
because
mean?
the
I
intel is
respect your
compromised.
opinion, I'm saying. What
Joe
do you-
Biden has said the Russians were losing.
Losing.
Trump said the Russians were winning at a point in time.
Losing.
The war.
What? Ukraine?
Correct. So if those are two different things, which intel is bad? Trump is daily giving bad intel.
What if they're gaining land territory on one side and losing territory on another? The Russians.
Russians have not lost any territory. It's not a territorial battle. That's why y'all don't understand. This is a territorial battle for y'all, for the Israel. It's a territorial battle for Israel. It's not a territorial battle for
I disagree.
Hamas.
I don't think it's ever been a land conflict, ever.
Hold on, that's why they bombed Syria. That's why they bombed Lebanon, right?
It's not a land.
That's why
I'm
they
saying the
bombed
crux
Qatar.
of the conflict is not a land. It's not land.
It is
It is
actually
a
land.
religious war.
It's land.
It is a war with
Correct. Y'all want the Muslims out.
The Muslims want everyone else who's not Muslim out of the Middle East
That's what. Hold on. Why do they want that?
because they believe they should dominate the world.
If you continue to kill people in these countries, why would they want y'all to stay there? Y'all don't even want these people that's supposed to be Hamas here.
All right, guys, move on.
So Iran, how does Hamas get weapons? I think it's.
How would, so what happened is the US sent money to Iran. Iran is running a war through Syria. So they buy the weapons, they send it to Syria, Syria send it to Lebanon, Lebanon send it to Gaza. Just look at the map. It's a proxy war. So if you Google, President Trump canceled the Iranian deal. What was the Iranian deal? Joe Biden was running a deal to give Iranians a lot of money so they don't attack America or Israel. But what they did was they bought weapons and they sent it to Gaza. That's why Israel is trying to eliminate the source of the weapon by destroying Iran. Which is, if you are in their case, again, you don't have to agree. But I think if you are living in Israel, it will make a lot of sense to attack the people that want to kill you, right? It's kind of, if someone did that to me, I don't want to die. So I would kind of be like, hey, if I attack Iran, eliminate the uranium assets, eliminate the nuclear weapons, if I get America to stop giving money to Iran, that means there's going to be less weapons flowing to Gaza, which means less time getting attacked. So it's kind of a military strategy to try to not get attacked. If you know what I mean.
My understanding is that Hamas has, like, they don't really have that, like...
No, they do. So Qatar, Yemen, the Arabic world is very rich and wealthy. So I'm from there, I'm from Egypt. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the Middle Eastern world functions very different to the West. So the Middle Eastern world believe in Islam. So what Islam is, Islam wants to take over the whole world. That's literally in the Quran. So what happened was, Egypt used to be Christian, now it's Muslim. Libya used to be Christian, now it's Muslim. Algeria, you know how you got the anti-colonization?
Egypt always had a Muslim population.
No, it didn't. No, Google. You want to Google? No.
Christian and Muslim.
Where did Islam start?
You would know better than
Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
So what happened was Islam declared war on the whole world. So Islam started by Muhammad, and because people didn't believe his message, like Jesus or Moses, he ended up declaring war on the world. So Egypt in 636 was 90% Christian. Islam took over by declaring holy jihad, and then Egypt, the Christians were butchered, killed, raped, kidnapped, and now Egypt is 90% Muslim and 10% Christian. The problem is, with most people, if you just quickly do a history check, you realize that war in Israel has happened in Egypt. Right now, there is war between India and Pakistan. You know why? Because the Pakistanians actually are Indians, but they were Indians that became Muslim. So once whatever nationality become Muslim, they end up creating a civil war. Are you seeing the protests in London?
In London, yes.
There is a protest between Muslims and white Christians. Have you seen Sudan? There is right now a civil war in Sudan. North Sudan is Muslim, South Sudan is Christian. Have you looked at Nigeria?
I don't know what's happening in Nigeria.
So Nigeria, every single day, 35 Christians are killed by Muslims. So there is right now a genocide. In the last 20 years, 100,000 black Christians were killed by Islamists and Muslims. So what I'm trying to say to you the war is a little bit more technical than it. For some reason, by the way, everybody's saying genocide in Gaza, but nobody's saying genocide in Nigeria. Why?
I was aware of the genocide happening in Sudan and Congo. I wasn't aware of it in Nigeria.
Everywhere in Africa. So everywhere in Africa that has more than 20% Muslims, guess what happened? They declare war on the other side and they randomly genocide them. Have you heard about the Armenian genocide in 1900? What the Ottoman Empire? How much of the Ottoman Empire was Muslims? 99.9.
Let's switch gears, guys.
You see it online, right? And what I want to say is, next time you North Indian people, think of them as being closer to proximity of Pakistan. So that is why they became more religiously fundamental. I'm talking about states like Gujarat, Punjab, Kashmir. These states are closer to Pakistan. That's why they take their religion more seriously.
I'm from Hyderabad, so Islamic is more in Hyderabad.
It's right. What we're talking about is there's also fractions that are happening in India between North and South India, and this also has Marxist influence. So I would love to encourage you to research the alliance between Marxism and Islamism.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sam.
I encourage people, before you say Islam is a religion of peace, you need to actually study the book. Because otherwise, you're making theoretical claims that are not true. The second thing, have you studied the history of Islam?
No, I haven't.
So Islam spread in Israel, Algeria, Libya, Turkey, Jordan, and Iran by the sword. We're not trying to whitewash history. That's actually what happened. So the reality is historically, philosophically, based on the book. And if you right now go to Israel or Egypt, see how Muslims treat Christians, you will quickly realize Islam is not compatible with America.
I don't know how relevant this is, but I've been to Egypt one time.
Yeah, I was born there as a Coptic. So we were the religious minorities, Coptics, that we were literally genocided by the Muslims. So we went, from 90% of the country, now we're 10% of the country. Literal genocide, not metaphorical.
I can only speak for my experience and for the short period of time I was
How long
there,
did you stay there?
Just under a week.
So I would say you don't really know what Egypt is like. I was there for 17 years of my life.
Okay, so you know infinitely better than I do.
I wouldn't say infinitely, but I would say a little bit more.
But in the short time I was there, they could tell, I'm not Muslim, and I was treated exceptionally well.
So because you're a tourist, it's a different mechanic. So what I'm trying to say to you is that in Egypt right now, as a pastor, if I talk to a Muslim about Jesus, I will go to jail and get tortured there, or I'll get killed on the street. So in the Islamic world, in Egypt, and Egypt is moderate, we have apostasy laws. So apostasy laws mean if you are a Muslim who become a Christian, you'll either die on the street or you will go to jail and get tortured. That's the law of the land. You can Google. Well, they're not going to tell you, obviously, because everybody wants to appear nice. They also have what you call blasphemy laws. What is blasphemy laws? Right now, this conversation I'm having with you right now? That is punishable by death or jail in Egypt. So what I'm trying to say to you, 80% of Egyptians believe that if you're a Muslim who becomes a Christian, or if you are a pastor who preaches about Jesus to a Muslim, you need to get killed. 80% of Egyptians. So how are you saying these people can come here, and I'm an immigrant myself, and integrate? See, I believe you can be gay, you can be Jew. Is it working? Can I use that? I believe you can be anything. The problem is Islam doesn't believe that. Based on the historical, the text, the current reality across the whole Islamic Middle East.
The only Muslims that I know are very similar to the Hasidic Jews that I know. They don't want fighting with anyone. So
that's not so. What Islam happened is that they act like that when they're minority. When they get the majority, the game changes. So you understand what I'm saying? So do you believe in truth?
Yeah, well, yes, I believe.
Do you believe lying is wrong?
Yes.
So in Islam, they believe in a principle called taqiyya. Do you know what's taqiyya? So Islam, because they believe they are the one true religion, they believe that it is permissible for them to use the principle of taqiyya. Taqiyya is when you lie to Jews or Christians or pagans in order to further the cause of Allah. Again, you can Google. Do you believe in taqiyya?
I'm hearing about it from you for the
So my question is, how do you know that your nice friends are not practicing taqiyya?
because I feel in my heart they're being genuine with me.
But what if someone else feels the opposite? Like me, who escaped the Middle East.
Well, regardless of religion, don't you feel that when you become friends with a person, you can tell their intentions regardless of what they're saying to you?
I don't know. I've been, so you were born in America, right? You're very blessed. I grew up in a country, I saw young people getting kidnapped and Christian women getting raped. You believe humans are good? I don't. I actually believe humans are evil. And this is simply because of what I've seen in my own life. It is very easy for you living in this beautiful country and in New York, where there is police around you, to believe that. It's very hard for someone like me or a Jew in Israel who his daughter got raped to believe what you believe. I think you are practicing American privilege.
I think that every person has the capacity to be very good or very evil, regardless.
We agree on that.
Yeah. No matter where you're born, you can go this way or you can go that way, and it's,
So what I do is that I use statistics. So what statistics tell you, if 80% out of Muslims in Egypt, 80% out of Egypt believe if you're a Muslim become a Christian, or if your pastor preaches Christianity, you should be killed. Logically speaking, should you allow that group of people here based on their belief?
I'm still trying to wrap my head around that belief because
Well, that's Islam. It's just what they believe. They're free to believe what.
it's just every person that I associate with, whether they're Jewish, Muslim, or Christian, they don't act that way at all.
So in the so this is very important. Do you know what? So Islam has killed 150 million Christians in the last 1600 years. 50 million Christians in the last 1500 years. The Catholic Church has not even killed up to 1 million. So by definition, Christianity is more moral than Islam. In fact, Jesus said, love your enemy.
Yes, but I would have to research those numbers on the Christianity end because I've heard. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the problem. If a person chooses, regardless of their religion, if a person chooses to be evil, whether consciously or subconsciously, they can weaponize their religion and say, hey, you don't believe what I believe, or this is...
So the issue you're facing, you are a secular humanist, right?
I'm a spiritual person, but I don't belong to any...
So there's three types... Nolene, can you come? There are three types of religions in the world. Book religions, can you explain it to her? Because there's different types of people. What we're trying to explain to you is that there's different types of people in the world. So you are a spiritual person, but what are the rest of people?
There are like book religions, which are people that obviously they get their morality and ethics from a book, which would be Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Everything else kind of fits into this like system of spirituality, or they have what is like we would consider cults, which is like they have one leader that kind of defines morality and everybody else follows them. So out of all of those ideas, there's only three real book religions that are from historically they're the last few thousands of years. So Christianity is the book religion that this country was based on.
Islam is a book religion, which is the Quran. Judaism is a book religion, which is the Torah. So I'm trying to explain to you, do you want to ask your Muslim friends, do you believe in the Quran? Have you asked them that before?
I assume if they're serious Muslims, they do read the Quran. I would imagine so.
And do you think they believe it?
So I know people who read the Bible who don't believe it. Like, for example, I've read the Bible before, and there's things...
Were you a Christian before?
I was raised Christian.
So see, we Christians were very liberal and woke and gay. What do I mean by that? When we read the Bible, we think it's not true. So Islam is very different from Christianity. So you can argue with God in the Bible, because the God of the Bible is very nice. The God of Islam, the Quran is not the inspired word of God. It's the literal word of God. So according to the Quran, it's actually haram and a sin to translate the Quran from Arabic to English. Yeah, because Arabic is the religion of God. That's why, did you see that terrorist waving a flag with Arabic stuff on it? La ilaha illallah Muhammad. So the reason they wave it, because it's actually a spiritual sign. So what I'm trying to say to you, Christians were very liberal and we're very defiant and rebellious. That's why we read the Bible, that's stupid. In Islam, you can't do that. So what I'm trying to say to you, you're projecting your own liberal humanist mindset on a Muslim. So we Christians were liberal. The gays in the Middle East get killed. Gays here, they run naked on the street and they wear the flag. So what I'm trying to say to you, you are liberal or libertarian. Islam is not a libertarian religion. That's the reason the gays in the Middle East still get killed. I'm trying to tell you, you're understanding Islam from your perspective, but I would encourage you, you need to understand Islam from their perspective. That's why it's very hard to make a decision on this war, because they
all share the same. I'm wondering, do you think they all share the same perspective?
Statistically, 80 to 90% of them, yeah. So if you get a poll test, so if you get Christians will be 50-50, believe in the Bible or not. Islam will be 80 to 90% and 10. So by definition, that's why how many in the last 5 years, how many Christians have bombed themselves and killed people?
How many Christians have bombed?
How many Christians who go to church said, sorry, they said Jesus is God and bombed themselves? How many Christians did that?
In this country,
in the last 100 years.
In this country, I think recently we've been having a string of white Christian nationalists who have been acting.
Did they bomb themselves? I'm a Christian nationalist.
I don't think they've bombed themselves, but they've been going into places with guns and hurting other people.
So you're saying to me, a Christian? So this is very important because we need to go with facts. So 90% of terrorist attacks are from Islam, not from Christianity. 90%.
Where did you...
So if you Google right now on the United Nations, what are the top 10 terrorist organizations in the world? 9 of them are Muslim. 1 of them is secular humanist communist.
This is according to the UN.
According to the UN. I'm not lying to you. So what I'm trying to say to you, what is one Christian organization that said we need to go and kill people?
It's not an organization.
Shush.
It's radicalized individual.
But the problem is with Islam, you got Hezbollah, you got Hamas, you got Muslim Brotherhood, you got the Houthis, you got Al-Qaeda, you got Taliban. That's organized violence. I'm a Christian. The Bible said love your enemy. Like if you have read it, you will like it. Love your enemy. Pray for those who persecute you. Conquer evil by doing good. Blessed are you when they persecute you. God is love. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. Love does not tolerate evil. So the Quran doesn't say that. The Bible does.
I haven't studied the Quran enough to tell you specific things. I only know like a brief.
So this symbol what you're wearing right now is an Islamic symbol.
No, I understand that. But I like I said, I haven't studied the Quran. But my understanding is that whether it's the Quran or the Torah or the Bible, in any of these books, you're going to find people who preach love and are against violence.
No, Christianity has always been against violence. There is no verse in the Bible about violence. Right. So if you read the gospel, so the problem you're facing, so you believe in religious equality, right?
Yeah.
Religious equality is a myth because not all religions are equal. Some religions are more peaceful, some religions are more violent. You understand? It's not everything is equal by definition. I'm taller than you. So equality is a myth. I would love us to all be equal, but the truth is some people get cancer, some people don't. It's the same thing with religion. Some religions are more peaceful, some religions are more violent.
The way that I look at religion in general, just all religions, is a religion is only as useful as it can better you as a human. So
Hello, sir. Are you with the Palestine law?
It's only as useful as it can better you as a person. Yeah. So you can use it as...
What does...
Good job, guys.
So, like all rallies that we've been going to, you have the Palestine side that all dress up as Hamas.
Why are they masked?
They're masked because they want to be able to commit their terrorism acts of dressing like terrorists and on American soil, so they don't get doxxed and they don't get themselves in trouble because they know they're doing something wrong.
Right. One guy was waving a Hamas flag, and Hamas here are a prescribed terrorist organisation, as in the UK. If that happened in London, most of the time the Met Police would arrest that person for supporting a group. Why does that not happen here in New York?
Because our government is being run by Islamic terrorism, like Talib Rashid, Ilhan Omar, and now we have Zoran Mandani who's coming in here. Nobody asked you a question.
So Mandani is the guy running for mayor.
Mandani was actually protesting with these people last year within our lifetime, and he got arrested a couple of times protesting with them.
And you think these pro-Hamas people, these pro-terrorists, they feel emboldened by the likes of Mandani and the sort of far left and the communists here running right?
Of course they feel emboldened because the Democratic Party, the Socialist Party, and the people that are in charge of these people are not doing anything to them. They're allowing them to run around free, cosplaying terrorism on American soil. Even the cops have to deal with this stuff. The cops have to actually sit here and look at this and say, wait, we have terrorists, people drilling as terrorists in our community over here. How do we know that they don't have any bombs just underneath them?
We've got it in the UK as well. We had a terrorist attack at a synagogue the other day.
So here you have these people. They have Hezbollah and they have Hamas headbands and they have their face coverings. So how do you know they're up to no good?
Do you think this sort of pro-jihad contingent is getting out of control in the West, the UK as well, America?
I think the West. I think, to be honest with you, I think the West is cooked. If American people don't wake up, we're done. We're the terrorist organization. These people, these jihadist supporters, people that are supporting this type of. People that are supporting this type of action, where they're going to overtake New York City, they're going to overtake this country. They're first starting with New York City. Actually, they started with Dearborn, Michigan. They started with Passaic. They started with Jersey City, and now they're coming after New York City. But if they get a hold of New York City, you can kiss America goodbye.
It's happening in the UK too. Thank you. Appreciate the time.
You're saying genocide, and you seem like you're a rational person, that you want to learn, and that you're not really knowledgeable about what's going on in the world. This is what's happening now. This number here with Gaza. This was a couple of months. This was like last year, so it's not exactly up to date. But this is exactly what's happening around the world, and why the world is all of a sudden televising the war that's going on in Israel. The war that's going on in Israel is being televised, so people like you, who are not really informed of what's going on around the world, you could start hating us, or not typically you, the other side that you were protesting with. They could hate us, they could say Zionism could go to hell, or they'll kill all Zionists. But the truth is that they're publicizing, or they're televising our hate. No, I'm sorry. Our suffering with the Israelis and the Gaza to furthermore indoctrinate the world, and for people like you that's not going to really do their research beyond what they're telling you, And that's the thing about our side. If you realize you sat over here, and me and you, we had a little couple of words. You were crying and everything, and I told you that those were fake tears. Maybe I was a little bit, upset and whatever. But the truth is that you seem like you're a very interested person, a person that wants to learn, and maybe I think that from this conversation that you have, you might change your mind when you go home. You might actually take this outfit that you have on and think differently. You can support Palestinians or Gazans, because I don't call them Palestinians, I call them Gazans. You can't support them without hating us. You can't support the world, and you can't support. You don't have to support the war. I don't literally support people getting killed, but I do support defending our country. If something like what happened on October 7th happened on U.S. soil, do you know what America would have done to that country? If Canada decided to come over our border and massacre 1,300 Americans and kidnap 259 people and held them hostage, Canada would have been wiped off the face of the earth, without even question. So, you are a very reasonable person. You seem like you're a down-to-earth person. You seem like you want to learn. I gave you some information. You're more than welcome to do the research as you like. I think when you start doing your research, I almost guarantee you that you're not going to come to these protests anymore. And that's my personal view, because you seem like a person that with your heart, that you actually want to learn and you want to know what's going on in the world. And the truth is that we're only being televised only for people to hate us furthermore. And as you spoke with us today, Nobody really got aggressive with you. People are just trying to teach you, give you more knowledge about both sides, not only just one side. But the truth is, you saw that guy, he was a very knowledgeable person. You could take anything he told you about the Middle East and what the Muslims did to the Middle East and how they took over the Middle East, all by the sword. And that's because nobody, if you don't believe in Islam, they're going to kill you. And that's what's happening into this country right now. They are taking over our country, they're taking over our cities, they're going by city. First they talk to you, they say, oh, you're a nice person, we love you, you're good, because you're weak. Once you're not the majority anymore, they're not going to talk to you like that anymore. They're going to tell you put your hijab on, take your mask off, do all this stuff, cover yourself, and if you don't do it, they're going to punish you by death or by prison. And see what happened to the women in Iran who are walking around with their hair like that. They're getting killed.
I've only been to the Middle East one time.
Where?
I went to Egypt for 4 days.
Egypt is a beautiful country.
And I was treated very respectfully.
Egypt is not, because Egypt is not run by terrorists. Egypt actually has peace with Israel right now. Now, ask yourself this question. How come only the Western world and the other countries like London...
Appreciate you, Green. Appreciate you.
How come they're the only people that want to see Gaza free and they want to help all of a sudden Gaza? How come Egypt, Jordan, Iran, Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, how come all these countries that have...
Diallo, let me know if you have any questions you want me to ask the gentleman over here. Let me know, please.
They're not taking in Gazians at a time of war to let them become refugees in their country. Egypt shares a border with Gaza, and Israel shares a border with Gaza. How come Egypt doesn't open the border and say, hey, come inside? You know what Egypt did? Egypt built a bigger wall, triple walls, with more barbed wire, and then anybody who came into their land from Gaza got shot on spot. You know why? Because they always cause trouble in those countries. Did you know that the Gazians, you know why the Gazians ended up in Gaza? Those people?
My understanding is that was their homeland.
It wasn't their homeland. They actually lived in, they're actually Egyptian, Jordanian, Yemen, and Lebanese, and Syrians. That's where they all came from. Do you know what they did in Kuwait? They started a war in Kuwait. Do you know what they did in Jordan? They tried to overtake the monarchy and kill the monarchy. Do you know that in every country that the Palestinians, these ideology, these identifying Palestinians, do you know what happens to when they come into every country, into Arab country? They got killed. Did you know that they were ethnically cleansed from 90% of these Arab countries because all they do is start trouble? You didn't know that.
I would have to do more research to look into these things, but my understanding was that after the war, after World War II, Jews needed a place to be safe, and my understanding was that the Palestinians opened their doors to the Jews to keep them safe. And that's why it hurts so much, because I'm thinking it's like, if I said to you, I need a place to stay, and you say, sure, come to my house, and I stay there for 3 months and everything's fine, and then one day you come home and the locks are changed, and I say, now I live here, now get out. You know, that's
yeah, but that's something, that sounds like something like that the other side told you. Did you, but so you took that for face value. Who told you that?
So then does that mean that Native Americans...
Just people though, but you didn't do your research on that. So during the Holocaust, and I know that a lot of people may have helped us in the Holocaust, and I'm not sure if the Palestinians, because there was no such thing as Palestinians at the time. At the time of that land, there were still Jews and Arabs that were living in the land of Israel, the land of Judea. When 1940s came and Israel needed, the Jews came back to Israel, there could have been some Arab people who helped the Jews. I'm not going to say no, they weren't. But if you want to understand something, what happened with the Nakba is when 5 Arab countries literally came and attacked Israel, and they told the Arab people, which are now identifying as Palestinians, they told them, listen, get out of these homes. We're going to attack the Jews. We're going to take back our number. We're going to take back our land, and we're going to kill the Jews, and we're going to get them out of there. Do you know what the Arab countries did not predict? That the Jews were much stronger than they were at the time. Do you know that the Israelis and the Jewish people that lived there at the time, do you know that they won the war? They only had 1 rifle per 3 people, and they still beat the living daylights out of the 5 Arab countries that attacked Israel. And that's why the people always talk about the borders, the borders, the borders. Most of these countries that we've been living on are being were people being slaughtered. America was taken away from the indigenous Indians, right? The people in Egypt, do you know what Egypt used to be, majority? Egypt used to be a majority of Christians. Do you know what Iran was a majority of? Persians. Do you know what Yemen was a majority of? Judaism and Christianity. Do you know why they're not Judaism and Christians anymore? The man just told you, because Islam took it over by the hand of the sword. They said that either you become Muslim, or we're going to kill you, or we're going to expel you out of the land.
So why can't one disagree with that, and also not?
You know, if you don't want to be, first of all, if you don't want to be on camera, don't speak.
Okay, fine, then I'll speak.
Then speak and let him talk.
Why can't one disagree with that sentiment and also disagree with the Israeli state? They're not mutually exclusive ideas.
What are we disagreeing on?
Correct, Green.
What are we disagreeing on? That?
The concept that convert or die. I don't agree with that.
But it's right here on ChatGPT, if you want to read it.
First of all, ChatGPT is bullshit. But
everything. So what isn't bullshit to you? So I can
I'll read it.
No.
I will read it. I will read it.
No, but
I'm just not going to inherently trust ChatGPT because it hallucinates.
I understand that. What is a good source for you? Tell me.
I think every source is biased, and you have to look at sources through the lens of the biases.
So if we go to the internet and just go to regular internet and Google and see what the majority of the Middle East used to be before Islam took over it, would that be good enough for you?
Well, I'm not disagreeing with history. I know that happened. My grandfather's Parsi. He came from Persia and went to India.
I understand. So then why is it that you understand that the Muslims literally took over the Middle East by sword? It was a totally different religion. They took it over, and that we are the ones that owe the land to them. How come Egypt is not given back by the Christians? How come the Muslims don't give back?
Because
the
it's
Christians?
not
What do you mean it's not?
It's not a battle of religions.
Sure it is. It most definitely is a battle of a religion.
I think it always has been, bro.
It's always a battle of religion.
Okay, so then why don't we get rid of the Christians? Because how much war has the Christians caused?
I'm not talking about. We're talking about right now the
Well,
Middle East. You're focused on the Middle East.
You're saying
should the Arabs?
Islam has taken by sword.
Should
What about all of Africa that Christians colonized?
Should Islam? Africa's being destroyed by Islam too. First of all, so just so you know,
Africa's not being destroyed by Islam. Africa's not being destroyed by Christians. Africa's being destroyed by colonialism.
Everything is colonialism. Anyway,
Diallo, you don't agree with that?
The Muslims give back the land to the Egyptians, the Christians.
From when?
What's the difference when? It was Christian land. Who gives a fuck if it was 1,000 years ago?
Okay.
They took it by force. Should the Muslims give back the land to the Egyptian Christians? This guy who was here, the Coptic Egyptians that owned the land before and got killed and persecuted.
I think he should have full equal rights in Egypt.
Okay, no full equal rights. He should have his land back. His family should be able to come back and take their land, right? According to you.
He should be able to, and all of his family live in
If
Egypt.
the Palestinians, according to you, all right, this ideology Palestinians, if according to you, they should be able to come back and take their land from the Israelis, then why shouldn't the Coptic Egyptian Christians take the land back?
Why do Jewish people have a right of return in Israel but not Palestinians?
Because it was never theirs.
It was never the Israelis.
Where did Jesus was born?
3,000 years ago.
So then it was theirs, right?
Okay, but then why don't? But then you're
the Jews
no
never
exactly.
left.
But what you're saying is, if 2,000 years ago, that's why Israel has a claim over the state, then the Native Americans have a claim over here, and
They
we
do.
should bow down to them.
We should.
Okay,
we
then
should give it back to them. But where are they? The Americans killed them off. You see the difference is.
Where are they?
The difference is.
What do you mean? Where are they?
I'm gonna have to disagree with both of y'all. I'm gonna have to disagree with y'all both.
Something called Indian representation.
Yes, they have a few of
This
them,
is why
yes.
I don't like y'all talking on politics
Right.
in
So
America.
So then give it back to them.
How? That
What
means
do you mean how?
that we kick everybody else out.
Well, so then how do you want to get? So wait, you want to kick Israelis out of their land?
I'm never saying that. I don't think anybody should be kicked out anywhere. I think we should have a state where everyone can live.
They had a state. 2005, Israelis left Gaza completely. Not only they left Gaza,
and they put a blockade around
They
it.
didn't put no blockade around Gaza. They put up a border because just like every
They limit
country,
water access. What do you mean?
Why does
They
Israel?
bombed the one airport so
minute.
they couldn't get out.
Why does Israel owe Gaza anything?
Why
doesn't Egypt supply water to them?
I don't agree with Egypt. I think Egypt is corrupt and evil.
Oh, you think corrupt? So then Egypt is corrupt and evil. Israelis are corrupt and evil, but the Palestinians are very fucking. They're very innocent.
they're corrupt too.
So they're corrupt.
They're all fucking corrupt. That's what power is. That's what power is.
So then what are we arguing about?
I don't know. What is your point?
No, your point is that you want the Palestinians to take back the land that our people, our ancestors, your ancestors, since you say you're Jewish, lived there for 3,000 years, right?
Okay.
So you want us to give them back our land.
3,000 meaningless to me.
But the Jews never left. There was always Jews on that land.
Okay, and there was other people on that land, other people on the land, other people on the land. Like, should I go back to Mesopotamia because somehow I was originally from there?
But the original people, no, you shouldn't go
Like,
back
do
to
I have a right of
Mesopotamia.
return in Iran?
Yes, you do. You actually do have a right. Is it your indigenous land?
500 years ago.
Then yes, you do, because you were fucking ethnically cleansed out of there. It's the same thing that you think that the Palestinians have a right to come back to their land, which you think is their land. Then you have a right to go back to your
I don't think
land.
any human has a right over the land because land is like humans move. For all of history, no one has ever stayed in one. No group has ever stayed in one place.
Jews have always been in the land of Judea,
And then
which is
they
now.
left and they come back.
No, they didn't leave. They didn't leave.
Most of them left.
No, they were ethnically cleansed. We were ethnically cleansed not only from our own country,
Okay,
we
then
were
the
also.
Palestinians were also ethnically cleansed from their own.
But there was no such thing as Palestinians.
Okay, the Arabs in the Palestinian mandate.
The Arabs in the Palestine, they were still there, and they're still there today. There's 2 million Arabs who live in Israel today.
Okay.
Were you guys ethnically cleansed, or did you guys travel?
No, ethnically cleansed.
They were ethnically cleansed.
We were ethnically. He even agrees to that.
I mean,
Do you
there's been,
agree that we
but
were
there's been
ethnically
successions
cleansed?
of empire. There was the Roman Empire. There was the Ottoman. Like, there's so many
there was the
empires.
Byzantine, there was everything,
Yeah.
correct. But at the time, there were always Jews. I mean, come on. There's the Jewish land of Israel, right? We have the first temple, right? That was there before every one of us, right? Before Al-Aqsa Mosque.
I've never disagreed that there wasn't Jews there before.
The second
No one's
temple-
disagreeing with
wait,
that.
then
No
we
one's
had-
disagreeing with
Okay, then the second temple was there.
Okay, and?
Right? And then we had King Hebron.
Okay, yes.
Right? Whatever. So the Jews were always on that land, right?
Yes.
So then, it's their land. The Jews were always there. They never got kicked out fully.
Okay. Both Arabs and Jews lived in the land.
Both at the time. Well, yeah, because it was part of the, what do you call it? You had the Canaanites, which were the Hebrews, and you got the Canaanites in the beginning. Then we had the Judeans, and then we had all different types of religions. Not religions, but different type of ethnicities that lived in the country. Yes, Arabs, Jews. So Jews, we got to remember, is a religion, and Arab is a race. Right. I am Arabic, just so you understand. My DNA, I did a DNA because everybody says go do a DNA test.
like a Jewish
I am a Coptic Egyptian. I'm Yemen. I have parts of the Levant. I even have 2% of my blood came back from the land from the Gaza Strip, believe it or not. So I am Jewish, but I am Arabic.
Yeah,
so
it's
Arabic,
Christian Arabic.
right? So it's Christian, right? So Arabic is not a religion; it's a race. It's a race of people. So yes, there are always Arabics in that country. Always Arabics in that area.
So how can one side definitely say, oh no, this is my side, no, this is my side, if they both were there?
Well, in the beginning, you had the Jews in the Judea. They belonged to the Jews in that area. They were.
But then should all borders go back to the beginning?
But we're not talking about borders. We're not talking about borders that go back into the beginning. You're talking about Jews who never left. It's not that It's not that you guys destroyed us and did.
I have a question. If all the Jews left, let's say everyone was kicked out, everyone was killed, it was a genocide to the max. There was no one left.
Okay.
They would have less of a right because there's no one left.
Well, if it was a genocide, then there'd be no Jews left.
Yes.
So then the Jews can never take it back. But unfortunately, God always said that if you curse the Jews, I'm going to curse you. That's why the Jews have always been able to live. And that's why when they tried to genocide us many times, we were never genocided. We always somehow, the grace of God always lived above it and always came back bigger, stronger, and better. That's why Israel is stronger right now. That's why nobody can take Israel.
Israel's stronger because of U.S. support.
No, it's not. Israel is stronger because the Israelis are very smart. Israel just developed a laser system better than the Sling of David, better than the patriotic missiles that we have there. They developed a laser that cost them $3 a shot, and that will take down any of these missiles, the ballistic missiles that come in from other. So Israel is a very smart nation. The Jews have always been very smart.
I agree.
The Polish, you know why the Poles took the Jews in the Holocaust time? Why did they take them?
Tell me.
Because the Jews were very smart. The kingdom or the king of Poland or whatever they call them at the time said, listen, the Jews are very smart. They're good with banking. They're good with accounting. They're good with business. Let's take them in. They will help our economy. Also, the Jews weren't people that started killing people all over the place. They went into Poland and they lived peacefully with the Polish people until the Holocaust, until they got genocided.
But you know what? Let's take Poland. Let's take the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. That was a violent uprising by the Jewish people that I am in full support of, where people saw, holy shit, everyone around me is being kidnapped and killed. I need to fight for my freedom.
Okay. I know what your next question is. Do you think the Palestinians have that same right?
Exactly.
Okay. Can Israel genocide the Palestinians in one day?
Like, do they have the physical capability of doing it? I'm sure they do. I'm sure they could decimate it. They have nukes. They could nuke it.
They don't need the nukes. They could just
drop all the bombs.
They could just carpet bomb the whole thing. Are there still 2 years later? 2 years later, are the Palestinians still alive?
So just because they're not doing the worst they can
No.
doesn't mean they're not doing bad.
No, I didn't say that they're not doing bad. Israel is doing what they have to do to defend their country. Now,
that's not true.
Sure
They've
it is.
assassinated every single university president. They've bombed every single university. There is
Where
barely.
does Hamas work out of?
Where does Hamas work out of? They're a government. Where does the U.S. government work out of?
Hamas is not a governing state. Hamas is a terrorist. Where does Hamas work out of?
The IDF is a terrorist. Like.
Okay, fine. No problem. Whatever, you can say what it is. But the IDF has the IDF. I'm not calling names. Hamas is a terrorist through the UN. The UN has already designated them a terrorist.
And the UN doesn't agree with anything Israel's doing. Like, you can't.
The UN doesn't agree with anything that Israel's doing, which is even more to take their word, saying that they label Hamas as terrorists.
Okay.
So if Hamas is labeled as
But
a terrorist,
and do you agree with the UN or do you not agree with the UN?
on some things I do and some things I don't. I believe that the UN is filled with anti-Semitism right now. I believe that the UN doesn't care about what's going on in Israel. They didn't care about what's going on in October 7th. They just care what Israel is doing right now.
So what is their motivation for? They just hate Jews and that's why, or is it like there's something else? Like
the people in their parliament are Jew haters, yes.
And that's the only reason that they hate.
Yes.
What if I said the same about Ben Gvir? He's a Palestinian hater.
How do you know he's a Palestinian hater?
He called them animals.
They are.
Okay, so you're
They are
classifying
animals.
an entire group of people as
No,
animals.
I'm not classifying an entire group of people. I'm classifying people that I see on TV acting like a bunch of fucking idiots.
Okay.
Yes.
You want to compare images now?
No, I don't want
You
to
wanna
compare images. Read what it says. Read what these guys said. This was October 6th. Read
Okay,
it.
and you haven't seen clips of IDF soldiers saying, I want to kill all Palestinian babies. I love killing Palestinian babies.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Yeah, I'm sure they did get shot in the head.
Babies in the head?
Yeah, I'm sure they did if you say so.
Like, I don't agree with someone saying that.
One of these kids, they're saying that they went to go kill. They were going to kill people on October 7th. They had this plan. Are these Hamas members? Look.
Okay, but
are these Hamas members? Look, let me show you. Are these Hamas members?
They could be, I don't know.
They could
What do
be,
you- do they
but
look
those
like?
are babies.
Okay, so then
So those are
you're
babies.
kids.
So then, if you're saying that they could be Hamas members, saying that they want to kill Jews on October 7th. Let me ask you a question. No, again, if this young child, these two kids, are acting like Hamas members and put on Hamas clothes like you saw today, and they went and charged Israelis to kill them, do you have the right to kill them?
And what if an Israeli kid put on IDF clothing and did the same thing? Like,
Then you have a right to kill the fucking kid. Yes, if a child, whether it be a Jewish child, a Palestinian child, a Christian child, if a child comes with a gun and not a baby, I'm talking about a child like 7, 8, a kid that has his own mind already, that's been indoctrinated
first
by
of all,
the.
a 7 or 8-year-old doesn't really have their own mind.
He has his own mind because he's already indoctrinated. You see, you didn't listen to my words.
Okay.
So it's been
But so
indoctrinated.
the Israeli kid.
That comes with
Everyone's indoctrinated.
whatever you want to say. If the kids, I didn't say Israelis, I said everything.
You can say the same thing about the college kids.
I said everything, right? I said everything. If a kid at the age of 9, 10, 8 comes dressed as a terrorist with a machine gun or a knife or something, and he's about to stab somebody, are you allowed to defend yourself and
How is
kill
that
that
related?
person?
Yes, how is that related?
What are the Palestinian kids doing?
What do you mean, what are the Palestinians?
What are the Palestinian kids doing? Not talking about the babies that are
Right now in Gaza.
No. What do the Palestinian kids do? Do they go and throw rocks at the Israeli soldiers? Do they go and try killing people?
Scared of rocks?
Are you scared of rocks? Would you like me to hit you in the head with a rock?
No.
Wait, no, hold on a second. Would you like me to go pick up a rock? You're not scared. Would you like
so
me?
if- so-
Shut the fuck
So
up.
if you
Would
come
you
in,
like
if
me
you
to
come
pick
into
up
my
a rock
town with a tank,
If
and
you
I throw
want
a
me-
rock at you,
do
you're a
want-
fucking pussy,
no,
bro.
No.
You're
Do
a
you
fucking
want me to
pussy.
pick up a rock? Do you want me to pick up a rock right now and throw it at your head?
So if you came,
Yes
if you
or
came
no?
into my town with a gun and said, "This is mine now," and I threw a rock at you, is that bad?
No, we didn't come into your town. They come into our town. They go into the old city of
happening in the West
Jerusalem.
Bank?
They come into
What's
the old.
happening in the West Bank?
The West Bank are fucking terrorists. That's the problem in Israel.
The settlement. So you're saying the settlers are terrorists?
The Palestinians are. Yeah, the Palestinians are. Palestinians in the West Bank.
So,
they act like terrorists.
so random Israeli settlers with guns who go up to someone and point their gun at someone and say leave. That's not a terrorist?
No.
So do you agree with that guy who's doing that?
I don't agree with that. No. But
So-
if they do it, then they should. Everybody has a right to.
And then the
defend themselves.
Palestinians shot the Israeli. Listen, so let's pretend you're a Palestinian and I'm an Israeli settler, and I come up with you and a gun.
You know what an Israeli settler is?
Tell
Have
me.
you been to Israel?
When I was a kid.
So what's an Israeli? You explain to me because you know the question. What's an Israeli settler?
I know they got it's like.
What is an Israeli settler?
They take the.
Did they literally
Gaza
go to
and
the
West Bank.
Palestinians and kick them out?
They start fires. They shoot their animals.
No, so I'll
they
tell
do
you
a
what
lot of
I tell you what a settler is, just so you guys understand. They go to Israel, okay? They go to Israel. They go to empty land, right? And they settle into that land, and they become
And then you know what? And then they block off all of the roads around it. So then, let's say you're a Palestinian, you have to get through the West Bank. You have to go like.
So then go around it. They go around it. Do you
Like-
know that? Do you know that in Israel? Do you know that in Israel, that the Palestinian areas are blocked off and no Jews can go there? So if there's
They're
a
not blocked off. They just see the settlers as terrorists.
No. You want me to show you the sign? Do you need to see the sign of in our own country? Because you guys only seem like you only think that Israel is the person that does that.
Oh, so you're admitting that Israel's bad.
What's
You're
that?
admitting that Israel's doing that. You're admitting that Israel's
No,
doing
you're
bad
saying
things.
you said only Israel's doing that, right?
So
What does
you're
it
admitting
say?
that Israel's doing bad things.
Read this. Read it. Could you read it?
This road leads to Palestinians.
Louder.
The entrance for Israeli citizens is dangerous.
What does it say? I want you to read it out loud so the cameras hear it.
The entrance for the Israeli citizens.
No,
is
read it from the beginning.
This road leads to a Palestinian village. The entrance for the Israeli citizens is dangerous.
So the Palestinians are settlers in Israel?
But it's in the West Bank, which is Palestine.
This is not the West Bank. This is in Ma'ale Adumim.
Where's that?
That's a little bit beyond Jerusalem. It's not in the West Bank. This is in
Jerusalem's
Ma'ale
in the West
Adumim.
Bank.
What's that?
Jerusalem's in the West Bank.
No, this is beyond Jerusalem.
On the border.
This is out of Jerusalem.
I don't know where this
So
is
this is
specifically.
so this
I
is
can't-
Ma'ale Adumim. And Ma'ale Adumim is right over here. This is a Palestinian settling state. What does it say there? It says that the road to this leads to a Palestinian village, and it's not safe for Jews to go in. Why is it not safe for Jews to go in? For Israelis?
It says Israelis, not Jews.
Israelis are Jews. Israelis are Jews.
So
that's what, but because a Palestinian Israeli can walk in there with no problem, but an Israeli Jew can't walk in as a problem. But in any case, why does it say that in Israel? Because they're settlers.
Because that's where they're from.
Why are Israelis dangerous to go into a Palestinian
Because
neighborhood?
Israelis that try to go in there want to take it.
No, they don't. You can't walk through it. What's that?
They start fires.
They start.
I know people
fires.
who lost their homes in the West Bank because
I
they
know
were.
my own
drive
family who
buses
lost
in.
their lives because the Palestinians attacked them.
Okay, so we both know people.
So that's great. But this is in Israel. You say that there's no settlers. They settle in Israel.
That's
and
not a settlement.
That's
If you're
not a
there,
settlement?
if my lineage from however long is born somewhere, that's not a settlement.
But they're not all
didn't
born
move
there.
here.
They're not all born there.
Okay, so if I move from the
Palestinians are not
if I
all
move
born in
from
Israel.
the Lower East Side to the Upper West
Palestinians were
Side,
born in Jordan. They're from Jordan. They're from Egypt. They're from Yemen.
they're from all over.
How could they be from all over if you just said they're Palestinians?
No, like if
So
you
we-
have a town. All right, so I'm from New York, right?
Yeah, you have in New York. Yeah, you're from New York.
If I move from New York to California, I'm not settling California.
No, you live there.
Yeah. So
Right, so did you settle there or did you
California,
live there?
California is another state in the country.
Did you live there or did you settle there?
I moved to California.
So now you call that, did you call that place your home?
Depends.
What do you mean depends?
Sometimes I would.
So you settled then?
If someone moved from New York to California,
No, I'm just
and they called
asking you.
California their home, that would be a settlement.
No, that's what you're saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying.
I'm
Israel
saying
does.
they're moving
So
from
Israel-
Jordan.
so
They're moving from Jordan to another Palestinian town. That's not a settlement.
Israel's not a Palestinian town.
That's a Palestinian town.
That's a town that Israel gave them.
Gave them when? 1948 is what you're saying?
They don't give a fuck, but they gave it to them. They're allowed to live in their country. Israel's country.
You don't think that's elitism, saying that you could like give somebody?
Oh, it's like,
something
oh,
worse? You can't.
I can give
You're
you
lucky they even got that shit. I don't know where you guys think you come from, but you're not in America when you're in Israel. You are an Israel state. You belong to the Jews. It doesn't belong to the blacks. It doesn't belong to the Puerto Ricans. And it doesn't belong to the Palestinians. It belongs to the Jews. So if Israel says yes, you can have this land and you can live here. You can live here. Then why is it so dangerous for Jews to come there?
You're right, Kendris. We're cooked here.
The Palestinians.
Just to kind of wrap it up here, I got a question for you, my brother. Do you think that Israel can move forward without the U.S. assistance?
Yes. Israel could definitely move forward. Israel started. I know you can laugh. Israel has started off with nothing in 1948. You don't shut up, bro.
The Prime Minister has been saying that y'all can fight the war the longest since the war started. Y'all have not fought the war since the war started on your own. Y'all haven't fought on your own. Y'all use American support.
The fucking Ukrainians haven't fought their own either.
Cut them hoes
and
off
you're
too.
not cut them off. So why are you not protesting against them?
Where's that protest?
Make one.
Where's the protest?
Make one.
I don't want to make a protest.
Why not?
I'm here with the camera.
It's your tax dollar.
I'm here with the camera.
It's your tax dollar, you keep saying, right? If you care so much about your tax dollar, why don't you protest it? You know why I tell you why? Why?
Because we just sent money.
To where?
To Israel.
We just sent money to Ukraine also. Zelensky was just at the UN. You don't agree.
You know the problem is,
You only care
our
about
military
Israel.
might go so far. Our military might only go so far.
The military?
American military might only go so far.
I don't understand that.
Okay.
Explain that to me.
You ever heard of Ansar Allah? You ever heard of Ansar? The Houthis.
The Houthis?
You heard of the Houthis?
Houthis?
Yes.
From Yemen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Did America defeat them?
I don't
No.
know. America did defeat them?
America did not defeat them.
Okay.
They can still hit shipping lanes.
Yes, they can.
Our military might only go so far.
That's why you
I'm
need
giving
Israel.
you
I've been to rallies in the Congress.
How the fuck we need y'all? Y'all can't
Why do
even
you think
bomb
it's gonna happen?
Iran without us.
We fucking, you're right. We didn't. We have.
stopped the war.
No, you didn't stop the war. You gave us bombs, and Israel did the jobs for you.
The strike on corridor stopped the war.
Excuse me. Did America help the Israelis do the beeper thing? They fucking killed how many Hezbollah people with the beepers? Did America help us? Did America help us? Did America help us? And what about what happens with the walk? What about with the walkie-talkies? What about the walkie-talkies? Did America help us?
You're highlighting another terrorist attack on another country.
No,
just
we
like Qatar.
stopped a terrorist attack. Israel is fighting your war while your country is being overtaken by Muslims.
Oh, so it's not his country now. It's not his country now. It instantly becomes my country when you can point to them.
Because you're the one who's
But you hear, right?
And this motherfucker's the one screaming his tax dollars. But his tax dollars is only important when it goes to Israel. His tax dollars is not important when it goes to Ukraine. Not important when it goes to Egypt. Not important when it goes to serving other countries. It's only Israel.
No,
Why?
I don't like any of them.
Yes.
I don't like any of them.
So where's your protest?
So because I have to protest, are you deflecting?
Why you
Is this a
protest?
deflecting tactic?
No, this is what I'm saying. Where's the protest?
Why do I have to go to another protest Israel? Today is the day for Israel.
No, today's
And
the day for Ukraine too.
I came for Israel.
Ukraine is still fighting the
I
fucking
came for
war.
Israel. They
Ukraine
lost.
is fighting the war
They
for
lost.
4.5 years.
They lost.
Lost what?
They lost the war.
Which
Ukraine
war?
lost the war.
Ukraine lost the war. They're still fighting it.
Whatever happens on the battlefield from the time going forward will not impact anything as far as a Russian victory.
You're another person who only cares when the money goes to Israel. You don't care when the money goes anywhere
I
else.
care because Israel has too much influence in America?
Oh, yeah, there we go. Israel has a lot of influence.
I believe in American sovereignty.
We control the government, right?
I believe. I mean, have you ever heard of Randy Fine?
We control the government.
Have you ever
We
heard of
control the
Randy
banks
Fine?
too, right?
Have you ever heard of Randy Fine?
We control the banks too,
No, I
right?
asked you a question. You
We
said-
control
you
the
said-
media.
You asked about controlling
And
the
we-
government. I gave you an
And
example.
we control the media.
I gave you an example.
I think y'all do.
What's that?
I think y'all do. I think.
So if we control the TikTok,
I just bought it.
we just bought it, but then how do we control it if we just bought it?
So they're smart, but they don't want to admit that they got control. How does that work?
So if we control the media, right? Why does the media say that Israel is committing genocide?
I mean, they both do.
No, why? If we control it, but if we control it, why would we allow that?
There were certain words that the New
If
York
we
Times
control it,
couldn't
why?
use.
Wait, if we control the internet, if we control TikTok,
internet in Gaza?
right? If we control, fuck Gaza, I don't give a shit. We don't give the Jews. Let me say this loud and clear for you, brother. Okay, the Jews, the Israelis, don't owe Gaza a fucking
And I don't owe
thing.
you a fucking thing
I didn't want
either.
anything from you.
That's why I'm here.
I don't have anything
I'm
from you.
pro-American.
I'm richer than you. I'm more fucking accomplished.
You
than
guys are both pro-American.
Hold
I
on,
just want y'all to
hold
know.
on. I just want you to know, saying you're richer than somebody is not a flex, especially when you won't even accept.
But you guys are both pro-America. I just want you to know.
You won't accept ownership for what you already currently own.
And I'm pro-Israel. He's only pro-America when it comes to Israel.
What happens when those two collide and they don't have the same interest?
Let me ask you again.
When they don't have the same interest, what happens?
What's your
When they don't have the same interest, what do they?
What's your Instagram account? No, what is it? Give me a name.
And
What?
N News Network 1.
M News Network?
Yes. What are you looking for? I post black shit, black women. I post war shit. I post a dumbass president. What are you looking for? Ukraine?
Is that you?
No, N.
You say you post black shit? What kind of black shit you mean? What you mean by that?
Black family. I'm pro-black before anything. Black politics in America isn't really interesting due to they love Democrats. I don't know.
And news?
So are you a conservative? Are you a liberal? Left side, right side? Where you leaning at?
N News Network. I'm independent.
Hold on. I feel like that's a cop out, bro. I feel like everybody that says I'm independent is a cop out, bro. But go ahead.
I'm America first, and I'm independent.
I only come up with this one. Is that you?
Yes. So what'd you ask me?
No, I was just because you say you pro-black and stuff like that. So I just wanted to know like what kind of content you make.
We could take the civil rights. The Jews had a heavy part in the civil rights with blacks. If you look at how those two today, the Jews are in a better predicament because this gentleman said he's richer than me. So they're in a better predicament than American blacks. When I fight for American blacks, they're not problematic because
That's amazing. You're pro-America. You don't have anything about America on your page.
those are all American people. But what? Okay, what?
Yeah, my brother, continue.
So yeah, that caught me off guard.
Let me ask you a question, bro. I feel like I have to ask you. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, chat. It looked like we had some action. Let me ask you a question, bro. What you think about what happened to Charlie Kirk, my brother? Do you believe that Charlie Kirk was racist?
Yeah, he was racist. He was pro-America. If you're pro-American, then you're instantly racist.
How so?
What does me being black in America mean? Because American blacks still have a strife with the government. So it's always going to be a racist component to them. The reason why I don't have any animosity towards any of these nice, fine Jewish people because how they do business. They're good at business. I'm not mad Larry Ellison bought fucking TikTok. I'm mad Jay-Z didn't put in a bid for TikTok.
But wouldn't you say that other cultures, other people also went to similar things like the blacks went?
Like what?
Well, I mean, for starters, the Jewish had the Holocaust.
Blacks had slavery. I mean, if we just gonna compare oppressions, the reason why they proudly say the shit that they say because you heard them, he's rich. If you care more about money over morality, then that's great.
But blacks weren't the only ones enslaved, bro. We all were.
I agree.
I'm Dominican. As a Dominican, I could say, we were just dropped off in different islands.
They don't even like the Haitians. They want to kick the Haitians out.
They do.
Like, Americans only think that the problems that we deal with are American issues, not understanding that they actually are world issues. Immigration is a world issue. Haitians and Dominicans are two countries on the same continent are saying they share the land.
We share the land.
They don't want those people in because of for whatever reason. That's a bad take in America now because we have so many different nationalities.
Well, because the Dominicans say that they don't want the Haitians to come to the Dominican side and destroy it like they did to their side. How do you feel about it?
If you look at their current country now, they'll have a valid point.
Now, if you want to compare that to the Haitians, what do you do then? To the Haitian government?
I don't know. Our president want to put together a peace plan. Go put some peace in our backyard. But it look like we just want war in our backyard.
Thank you, my brother. One last thing for me, my bro. Is there something that you hold, like you see, like I said, I'm Dominican, and I hold my Dominican people accountable all the time. Is there something that you hold your black people accountable?
I know Dominican, not black.
I know black, I'm Dominican. And we can have a conversation of why Dominicans say they're not black. It's a mix, bro. We have.
Listen. Black people in America are the dumbest group of black people ever because you keep allowing all these other group of black people to come here and they just claim your shit to the point where the first black president wasn't black American really, he was Kenyan and as far as his blackness. So y'all diluting what is black anyway, so that's what I'm fighting for. It seemed like we already lost the war based off the demographics of New York City, based off the demographics of Newark. Newark said some shit about racism, but white people don't even want to be in Newark. So who's the racist people against?
To tell you the truth, bro, I don't think that you guys lost the fight. What I think is, I think you got
civil rights.
Yeah, I think what's happening is, and this is from somebody from the outside looking in. I think that a lot of black people focus on the downside of it, and they don't focus on the. What you mean? How can you say that, bro? Most of the people that I follow on YouTube are all black millionaires.
That's fine.
So how can you?
That's still a minority, and the majority lives where?
So you think you guys don't have the same opportunity as the rest of us?
It's not a fact of the same opportunity. For one, our education system is fucked up. So
I agree with that.
If your oppressors are so bad that you love your oppressors so much that they should teach your kids, that's a you problem. If you don't understand, the Jews actually want to segregate. That's why you can see them build their neighborhoods. Look at name the black equivalent for the Jewish neighborhood in New York City.
Like a Jewish neighborhood?
Black equivalent for the Jewish neighborhood.
I mean, I would say that people often tend to associate the projects, like living in the projects. I'm lying though. Nah, I'm not trying to be funny.
No. But if that's where you gotta go, then that proves that we lost the war because they can actually live in the projects that they built.
Well, brother, you gotta also remember, and this is not just exclusive to the black side. Remember, they were incentivizing our women to let daddy government take care of us.
She thought it was a better deal.
Come on, bro.
She thought it was a better deal.
Exactly. So you mean to tell me that was a better deal than staying with your husband?
At some point, she gotta come back to the table and acknowledge that it was a bad deal. But that ain't happening no time soon. And if it ain't happening no time soon, then I don't know what to do. Because currently today, we have less black families than we had prior to 1950.
Somebody in the chat saying that we got the term ghetto from the Jews.
Yes, Warsaw. Black people in America don't understand that they actually controlled by the crackers. Yeah, cracker culture from the down south.
That's what I feel. I feel like black people worry too much about what the white man got going on or what the white man has to say.
The white man got that much control over you that you feel like you have no autonomy for yourself, then you are always going to fail because you don't believe in yourself, and blacks don't believe in themselves. The worst thing about black people is having to trust another black person. That's a sad fact.
Brother, do you know that most of the people that call me bootlicker or or Masa or Uncle Tom are my own people?
All right, so let's go with Massa. Why did they call him Massa? They couldn't even speak fucking. They couldn't even say it properly.
Yeah,
that's why. And what was that, Uncle Tom?
Uncle Tom, Uncle Ruckus. They call me all types of Uncle Tom, Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus confirms for me that you're fucking stupid because he was actually a white person. So if you didn't know that the man was a white person, he had reverse vertigo, then we can't even have like an honest conversation. What was that? Uncle Tom. I am Uncle Tom, proudly. Proud Uncle Tom. I'm trying to save these black women. I'm trying to save them.
Bro, I think that there's a real disconnect, and I'm interested because, like I said, somebody from the outside looking in, you know what I'm saying? The people that say, "Oh, I know black are Dominican," you know you know what it is. You know what it is. That's very complex, bro. Because if you look at our lineage, we have African, we have Taínos, we have European. It's a whole mix. So that's why.
That's why I say the worst thing for black people in America has been these other groups coming in, because we do accept them. We the most accepting group. I mean, white people so bad that we call them white supremacy in 2025, but we still go and send our kids to let them educate us. So,
and we still take their word, bond for what is bond.
I mean, we're begging them for reparations. Meanwhile, the Jews are buying the politicians. We playing a totally different game on a totally different playing field, and y'all still behind. Don't even know how to play the game.
So should you say? Would you say that we got to check ourselves before we try to do anything, move forward? You say we got to check ourselves before that. Like come on within each other and say, listen, we have a problem. We need to improve in this. We need to improve in this. We need to improve in that.
When the black female is no longer in control of the black neighborhood. It was Shahrazad Ali said that black women has been the only one who practically haven't been checked about her behavior or anything. I mean, there's a lot of fallacies with black people, especially black women. You're the most educated, meanwhile your kids could read the less. That doesn't make sense. All of them looking for a $100,000 man, meanwhile, look at their dad. So, you go with the previous Young Thug, he is now on the tour to describe what a real man is. Black women, look how stupid you look talking about a real man. Because now a man that wore a dress at a point in time is coming around and saying that he a real man and what real niggas do. That's not like the image we should be pushing for the next generation.
So to cut the black woman some slack, bro, how can you really blame them when they say...
I don't blame nobody that's overworked. If you work 2 jobs and you only one person, then what the fuck I'm like?
No, but what I was gonna say is, they have the government on their side, in their ear. Hey, leave your husband. I'm gonna take care of you. And they also have the dudes not taking care of their, of their parental duties. Dudes walking out for whatever reason it is. Like, how can you fully blame them?
Hold on. Blame who?
Black woman.
You ever heard of Cardi B? I mean, I know she won the mixed breeds. You ever heard of her?
Who?
Cardi B.
Yeah, of course.
Wouldn't you leave her too? Wouldn't you leave her too?
Got him.
Should I keep going? Michelle Obama. That's why the talk was a divorce. She just know how to use it for views. But you doing that, and like a lot of black women look at you as like couple goals.
So you agree we gotta check out black women first, so then we can be able to be men.
She has to relinquish power. If she don't want to relinquish power, I'm talking to you.
We could always agree to disagree.
Same to you.
Okay.
But she's never. If you got all that power, why would you give it up? You would.
Real. That's real, bro. That's real. That's real.
If you fully in control of the family, like you fully in control of the next generation, you decide whether they're educated or uneducated. Why would you give that up?
Well, remember they also fight in the battle of Indoctrination, the media, the fucking culture.
Then you further prove my point that the civil rights was a failure because we had our own black media previously, where we disseminated our own information. We wasn't dependent on somebody else.
Thank you so much, my brother. You know you spitting game and you know what I'm saying? That's what he do. Hey, listen, I'm playing devil's advocate. You know, I gotta keep it neutral. I gotta pressure both sides. So
That's how I actually learned to argue, especially against them. I give you the argument. I grant you the argument. Most black people, they not going to agree with most of the shit that I say. So I gotta grant you the argument. So now I can show you. All right, so this is a different way we can do this. Prime example. I asked you, black people in the then you name the ghetto, the projects. You can actively go to Chinatown and see these these Chinese businesses. You can go to the Jewish community and see the Jewish businesses. Go to the Italian community and see these businesses. You can't go to a black community and see black businesses from black people. No more. And the government, if you depended so much on the government to provide these jobs for you, you are the fallacy to begin with. Because the people should be providing those jobs for the people, not the government. So we are already compromised.
that's facts, bro. That's facts. And I understand what you're saying because I've been by myself since 14, bro. Since 14, I've been living in rooms, renting, moving from here to there. And the one thing that I had to learn, I had to hold myself accountable.
I don't want to disturb your story, but you do come from a Caribbean country. Was this like a ship your ass on a boat?
This was yes. This was a hey listen. This was a hey listen. I don't like what the fuck you doing right now. Get the fuck out. You gonna go over there?
Oh nah. I thought I was like one of those like you lived in Dominican Republic and you like your parents sent you here. That really?
Yeah. I got kicked out the house. It said, listen, I don't like where you heading. You better get the fuck out of here. Go with your dad. That's what happened. But that also had to work.
So now it makes sense. No.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. I didn't mean to cut you off because it was a girl. She said her mom and her at like the age of like teen was sent to America. And then we got a lot of missing kids in fucking America. So I'm just like, I was just wondering like how that should work out.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know.
It's a lot of ignorance. It's a lot of ignorance in our culture too, bro. And the same thing you said about, you know, oh, you don't have a black business. It's also similar the same thing with Dominicans. We be the first one to talk shit about each other. We be the first one to,
That's the nigga in y'all.
Exactly. That's why me personally, I would never say I know black, I'm Dominican. Me personally.
Yeah, but you don't like, for one, I know black, I'm Dominican, tells me that you just came here. Because you ain't speaking proper
Exactly.
English. You don't even know the country that you moved to, because here, you claim black before you claim anything else. When it's convenient for you, you claim something else. Kamala Harris.
That lady wasn't black until what, 2024? I think it was. I think they had her as the first Indian American, something like that.
The Z-Man, oh shit, I don't know.
Fucking Sauron.
Yeah, he does the same thing. You keep letting people come in and they take your advantage of the benefits. You don't understand the benefits that you offer. So they just use them. I mean, you look at the HBCUs and the Africans. Oh shit, I can't go into an Ivy League college? Damn. I mean, HBCU not good. I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're going to get a college education and if it's cheaper, go to HBCU route. If you got to pay out of pocket, it's cheaper. So, listen.
So what I was gonna say earlier, bro, is I like at a certain point I stopped blaming my parents for the fucked up shit that they did, and I started taking accountability for myself. So then when I started thinking, like, I started
A word. I didn't really. What was that A word that you used?
Accountability. Oh, accountability. Accountability. Yeah, that's a good word, bro.
That's not something that black people like are. They don't know nothing about that.
No, I can't let you say that, bro. I can't let you say that.
I got proof.
If you want to say black woman,
I got proof.
I can't let you say that, bro. Bro, most of the black people that I know, hold themselves accountable. And they say we need to change our fucking ways.
If you're around those elites feel that way. But those elites don't even want to be by those people.
Okay, so but basically what you're saying is niggas. There's a difference between black people, and there's a difference with your problem is niggas.
Was it Chris Rock said it?
I think so.
The problem is black men know that there's a difference. Niggas don't know that there's a difference. I had to do that. He said I spit on him earlier. He wanted to fight. Oh, you acting like a nigga.
Exactly.
You acting like a nigga. It don't matter the color. You still can be a nigga. It's an ignorant religion. So
I think it's deeper than the surface level, bro. I really do think it's deeper than the surface level. And it's gonna take people, like you said, like, yo, we have to look in the mirror and say, yo, I fucked up. I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I fucked up. I'm fucked up. I want to do better for myself. What can I do instead of counting on everybody else?
That's one of the downfalls of Caribbean people in America. And I have a Jamaican wife, my baby mom Puerto Rican, my other baby mom Haitian. There's no disrespect to them. But when they come here, they don't have the same goals as black people should. And they're not willing to adapt to what we believe our goals should be. So if you ain't gonna help us in our fight, that's like coming to during civil rights and say, no, fuck the civil rights. We ain't jacking that. We jacking out some more other shit.
I feel like some women really aspire, and I say some women because I can't say black or Dominican or white. I feel like they aspire to be single parents. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is an aspiration for them, bro. Like they aspire to be single mothers, have the government take care of the shit.
You don't have to depend on a man, which provides what? Structure. If I don't gotta depend on the structure, then I can do what the fuck I want to do. There's a lady that was on paternity court trying to figure out who the fuck her baby daddy is. It was two prospects. Then, just recently, she killed her kids.
Oh, fuck. Well, you heard it here first. My brother, appreciate you. My shit died. I gotta... Yo, chat, listen. It's been a pleasure being with you guys, having you guys see the New York experience, how it really is out here. I appreciate you guys for joining. My mic, all of my equipment is dead. I appreciate y'all for joining. Y'all already know.
You did the ice shit?
Huh? You did the ice shit? The what?
The ice.